What's going on, guys? It is Friday at noon. Thank you for everyone being here. We have Ingrid here.
Yay!
That sucked last week, so we have you here now, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, here she comes. It's time for Video Chicken. Don't hit the lights. What is wrong with you? To my left, co-host, chickenista, chicken expert, Kristen. Today is going to be an awesome show. Look at Goosebumps.
Coyotes are everywhere.
What's going on, Kristen?
Oh, I was just getting my chicken poop necklace on.
Can I get some? Oh, someone's already pooped. Ingrid's like doing her job. Ask and you may receive. Ingrid is on it.
Don't blame it on me.
Oxygen is the solution to foul odors.
Oh, I just felt it on my back. It's warm and oh, God.
I knew I was going to have serious problems that, like, the Coop remained that much better than the house forever.
The Coop is beautiful, by the way. I'm not trying to plug your products by any means.
Please do.
Lipstick, give me a makeup kit. You know, I'll be nice and pretty for the crows.
Oh, so let's pull out another chicken. This is like a magic trick. Up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. We have a new Ingrid.
Memo! I missed the memo.
Know a lot of people who do raise rabbits alongside their chickens.
Why would you wait till the last minute to pull out your homework?
Have we met before?
Yeah, that's a good one with the cords and everything.
This falls right off, and he regrows a new one the following spring.
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Why?
This is a really interesting show.
Oh, it's, see?
Yeah.
My fault. I love it. Cindy, you just earned yourself a shirt. I love that.
Yes, Matt, you are right.
I had no idea what to expect when we opened up that box. And this is why we love what we do.
That's my goal, is to really bring people together through chickens.
The power of chickens.
So.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Video Chicken Live. It is October 18th, 2024. We are live, coming to you from Creedmoor, North Carolina. What is this, Kristen?
You said you needed a pen.
Yeah, but when I say that, I want a Carolina Coops. I do like orange, though. Ooh, I'll take it. This is nice. Oh boy, I have got to catch my breath. It has been a crazy morning. I had so much fun. I didn't know when I came in this morning there's gonna be people standing outside our chicken coop on display out there.
Wow.
And yeah, I do miss.
That happens to me sometimes. I wake up in the morning, grab my coffee. There's people milling around my backyard around my chicken coop.
Yeah, with badges on. So here we are, back to noon on Friday, and Ingrid.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you. Last week's show bombed.
No, it didn't. Oh,
absolutely
I'm sure
did.
We missed you so much.
Within 60 seconds, we're like, this sucks without Ingrid. We can't do it.
Look how much I missed Ingrid.
Yes. Oh, and here comes Nan with coffee.
3 coffees.
Coffee.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Now make sure we. Oh boy. Okay, so we got coffee coming in. Oh, I may have had a little too much caffeine this morning. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Let's ramp it up some more. Look who left
Well,
together.
I need to ramp it up today because today we got a
Is this
lot
for me or
going on
him?
today.
That's for you.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, and I bet she knows how we like our coffee too.
Well, she was a waitress since she was born, and she was.
Thank you, Nan.
Thank you, Nana.
Wait, since before she was born?
Yeah, people don't realize Nan was rolling egg rolls before she went to preschool at her father's restaurant. It was a Chinese
Fond
restaurant.
memories or no?
No.
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 That's a no.
Let's not add to it. I tiptoed around it
just
while I brought it
wondering.
up, but
I
I
mean,
think it's pretty badass.
You're bringing up bad memories.
Yeah, just let it
That's
go
not
real
cool.
quick. Wow.
You like
All
to
right.
do that.
So I like the lighting. We raised that light
That's
a
why
little
I don't
bit more.
tell you what my bad memories are. Oh, awkward silence.
Yeah, very awkward. How you guys doing? So
We
today,
got Switzerland in the house.
How is your chicken coop coming along?
Yeah, we need pictures.
I got pictures.
Oh, I need those pictures.
They're in process. They're not final.
So today, this is a very important show for many reasons. One, it's going to be our last show for a little bit. Monday, we fly out to Italy.
Aw.
Yeah, Ethan really freaked me out yesterday.
What?
Because he's like
find his
counting.
passport?
He's counting down the seconds. I'm excited to go to Italy, but I traveled so much in the beginning of this business. I'm done with it. And he goes, "Yeah, it's 15,000 miles from here," and I'm like, "That's a long ways from here." I'd have never traveled this far in my life from my family, but I'm sure everything's gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun. You know, my middle child just came back from France yesterday.
I know, that is nuts. Now
She didn't even bring a suitcase. She had a backpack,
Well,
like a school-sized backpack.
Right, she doesn't need it because she's coming home.
No, she's going back.
Wait,
she
where
left
is-
all her clothes there.
Interesting. So now you've been to Florence, Italy. Any advice? What do I need to know real quick before I go there?
Maybe some basic. Oh! I know. Make sure you have Google Translate on your phone and know how to use it because
buongiorno and buona noche.
I know some Italian, but
yeah, but
your
all
new
of
AirPods might have that instant translating thing on them.
so yeah that I mean you can have your phone just like hovering over your menu and it translates everything. So that's very handy and like the maps and stuff.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going to try not to use it. That takes the fun away, does it not?
Well, you should make some effort when you're in another country to not just expect everybody to speak English.
They don't speak English?
The young people might.
But no, I just mean, it's just like, I didn't know when I went to France, I didn't know anything.
Here, talk into your mic so we can hear
I thought
you.
I was. And when I went to France, I didn't know anything, but I knew a couple of phrases. And if you make an effort, at least people appreciate that. And
They do.
I didn't know how to speak Norwegian when we were in Norway. Well, everyone knew us as like the American kids.
Then why don't people do that when they come here?
He definitely puts forth plenty of effort. I think he just likes to wing it.
Yes, because that's fun. It's like this show. We just wing it.
Well, just
Ingrid-
the niceties.
Just get ready to walk.
Well, we're working.
Working
And
and,
I was-
then walking
They're not,
when you're
they're
not
not
working.
walking
Okay.
anywhere until they're done working.
Is it true? It's you can't wear flip flops in Italy.
Yeah, you can. I wore flip flops.
Where'd you hear that? That's a really odd. I don't know where you hear things.
All right. Yes,
Yeah.
we got coffee. It is Friday, October 18th.
And your going off keto may not be as bad as you think because their food's so much better.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so because I'm not going to care about my keto diet. It's Italy. I love my
Yeah.
pasta, pizza,
How long
bread.
are you there for?
We're budgeted to be there for 21 days from start to finish,
Wow.
from wheels up to wheels down, and there's no way.
Is the coop gonna be there?
Oh, it's already there. It's been sitting there.
Good.
Oh, yeah. It's
That's
already,
great news.
Yeah, it's already there. It flew there. No problems. Well, there's been problems. And I'm not going to get into all that because you
But
guys
at
will
least
have,
you have a coop there.
do you recall, because you went there and did a site survey, do you recall if he had good Wi-Fi?
He did have Wi-Fi.
That's not what I asked. Was it
don't-
good? You didn't go there and be like, do a quick
I
speed
was
test?
not like a connoisseur of Wi-Fi at the time.
Should you pack the Starlink?
May not be a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. See, Nan's so smart. Thank God we have her around. All right, so listen, today, always Q&A. If you don't have any questions, please give us a wave high. Let us know where you're watching from. Share the show. Give us a heart. Give us a thumbs up. Also, we got two subjects we wanted to talk about today.
Oh, we were trying to decide between the two, and we decided to go with both of them.
That's right. That's the memo
Wow.
I got.
That's right.
Okay, so what are we talking about today?
There are getting your chicken coop ready for the winter because some places are cold. Suzanne just said she can't pick up my coop today because of the snow.
Oh,
It's already
wow.
snowing in
Gross.
upstate New York.
Wow.
It got down to 35 degrees here in North Carolina, so we got to get our
Wait,
system
where
plugged
you
in.
live?
Yeah.
I'm just worried.
Wow, it was 40 where I live.
I'm just worried. When does she mean pick up her coop? Is it at a terminal? Does she know she can't leave it there? Like, I don't know. I already got nervous for her. Anyway, so we're talking about the how to prep your coop or what you need for winter, if you need to do anything. And the other one is adding. I know we've touched on this a lot, but adding chickens to your flock.
Can I help you?
He's not even paying attention.
No, I was seeing what he was writing down.
I'm taking notes.
Okay.
Like, is there going to be a test?
Because adding chickens to your
Or
flock.
is this
because,
an insight into the mind of Matt?
You don't want that.
no, nobody wants that.
Okay, go ahead, Ingrid. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Because I have acquired new chickens from my favorite chicken pusher.
And she got the one I wanted.
She came first.
Oh, first come, first serve. That's how it works around here?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I'll make a trade with you. So you brought me chickens today, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because we've been low on chickens out here, and we need some more. And that's going to give our video guy does the social media stuff to film.
Right.
Mackenzie will have a lot of fun with that.
I gave you a starter flock.
Yes, then thank you.
There will be more.
I couldn't get the buff Polish.
Oh,
You don't have a frizzle?
I don't have a frizzle.
Are they laying? How old are they that you just brought?
I made sure to bring you spring chickens.
Yeah, they all are. Mine are all.
You had to throw in an Americana.
Well, yeah. You have a cuckoo maran,
I love that because I love the dark egg.
but a bantam cuckoo maran.
I don't need bantams.
So that's very unique.
Bantams freak me out. It's like people that have a phobia of midgets. I think I have a phobia of bantams, except for the frizzle. I love the.
And you're talking to two short people.
Yeah, really.
And the black-tailed white Japanese. I love. No, okay, so maybe I'm lying. I guess I do like bantams. I think what it is, you push these bantams so much that it's like I'm sick of bantams.
Well,
that's impossible. I don't believe it.
I just thought it was interesting because this is the third time I've introduced adult or grown chickens to my flock, and I've done it different ways. And what I've discovered this time was I was definitely thinking too much and working too hard.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to get into that. So we're going to talk about how to introduce
I'm intrigued too.
New hens into your existing flock. A very popular subject.
Take 3.
A very important subject. So, and I heard that Ingrid just did it recently because you pushed my chickens onto Ingrid and she has them now.
Hey,
and,
I bought you chickens in February.
Yeah, and actually one of the ones that you brought me today is one that we hatched, the Samani.
Right.
And I love that. She is looking good. She's all black.
Yeah.
They have black bones too, right? Or is that just silkies?
No, that's...
Don't silkies have black bones, black meat?
They have black meat, but not black bones.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. So, and then, yes, it is getting cold. It's definitely getting cold up north. What do we got to do to get our coop ready? And we did a video recently, right? Talking about that.
That's why I thought it'd be a nice little...
Yeah, it came out this week, I think.
Yeah, it's a great video, but our numbers suck. I don't know what's going on with our YouTube. So Ingrid and I had a meeting with a gentleman. I hope he's watching right now. He just texted. He might be watching. We might be having a strategy to continue to grow our reach, if you will.
That's right.
Yes, and Ingrid was very happy with this, which makes me happy. Wow. So again, if you're just joining us, welcome here. Yeah, we decided to go back to noon. Last Friday at 4, bombed. And it's either because we just got lucky that one time, but we proved that maybe it was luck, but we didn't have Ingrid here. And again, so this is going to be...
I see all of our friends. This is awesome.
Yeah, we have like the gang is here.
I know. I absolutely love it.
All the regulars.
Suzanne is asking, what's with the I voted sticker? Well, I voted today.
Because he's not going to be here.
Because I'm not going to be here.
In North Carolina, early voting started yesterday.
That's right.
That's probably, I don't know where Suzanne is located.
I think she's in Utah.
Yeah, and there was a question on the ballot that I had to call Kristen and have her translate it for me. I hope I got it right.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think it's right. Was it a referendum? Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how you feel.
Yeah.
No, it depends on how you read it. I think it's a trick question.
It does read as a trick question.
They are, yeah. They are very tricky with that.
I did continue to do some research on that.
And did I do right? You can do it, Kristen. You are allowed.
Well, it's the amendment is
No, don't get into details. God, stop, abort. No, did we do right?
No, it's for citizens.
No, okay, abort.
Voting,
Never mind. We're done. We're done. I don't want to get in
similar
trouble.
to the original that it's.
It doesn't matter. I don't know. All right, I don't want to get in trouble.
Why it's on there.
A souvenir from Cracker Muncher. What souvenir? There's a souvenir from Cracker Muncher.
Oh, the feather when she says something
about
the
yes,
feather.
Yeah, there was a feather. Oh, speaking of Cracker Muncher, I could.
Well, this is a segue.
Look what's in my grocery bag.
Don't wear a big belly bag. What's a big belly bag?
Oh, that's a tip
pan?
for Europe, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what a belly bag is.
I'm gonna
fanny, probably. Fanny pack. We're still drinking coffee, but try not to shake or poop, Cracker.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, rubber crop, and she'll poop on command.
She is looking for a treat. She's like, I know what happens here. I get great
that was
treats.
Andy.
Andy's here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just a little. How you doing, Andy? This is Kristen. You haven't had a chance to talk to her, but and Andy might come pay a visit. He just sent me a text. I hope you do, because I think you will absolutely love what you see here. So, love Andy. That's all I can say for right now. And
all we could say.
Yeah, that's all we can say. Prepare to eat a ton of pizza, pasta. And so Andy was telling me, he's like, dude, you never been? I'm like, no. He goes, it's an amazing time.
It is just a wonderful experience to be somewhere where it's just a totally different culture, totally different language. I mean, it's almost humbling, but enlightening at the same time.
I like that. Here's the only thing I'm concerned about. We have a very bad habit when we travel, especially with Ethan. We love to push it where we're almost being decapitated by a samurai sword from a meth head live. Yeah, and I'm like, we got to stop doing this. When people are messaging me like, Matt, are you guys crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Oh,
like, we're doing
on the street, not.
Yeah, when after
Oh,
hours.
okay.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
that's the fun part because we
Okay.
like to go into the horrible areas, the worst
Wow.
areas we can find, and interview it. And here's what I can tell you: when we've done it, I wish more and more people would actually do it because it is when you see these things, especially on the West Coast, like in San Francisco. Every time I go out there, it's worse and worse. It is so sad. It is very sad what's going on. But for some reason, we decide like that's a good idea. Those are our people. Let's go talk to them.
Oh, Cracker Munchers drinking my coffee.
Okay, is that good for chickens?
I know. I wouldn't think so.
Is it good for me?
I don't.
It's a necessary for me.
So yes, voted today, early voting. Everyone needs to vote. I don't care what you want to vote for, just vote. It is a crime, in my opinion, to not vote. And we actually allow our employees to be on the clock to go vote. Is that right or wrong?
That is
very
right.
nice.
That's great.
Very, very
Thank you.
nice.
Because why not? You should be able. You need to go vote. Matt, what are you looking forward to eating out there in Italy? Pizza.
Really?
Yeah, love pizza.
I know.
There
but
is-
their pizza's got to be different than what we think
Yeah.
of.
It's just
pizza.
it's literally a flat bread bowl
Yeah.
with cheese and sauce.
There is a great little restaurant at the bottom of the hill from the hotel, but it's kind of a hike. But you don't have to drive.
I don't think Ethan has hikes in him. He's
Well, you're exhausted after working all day. Now you
no. Evan and I are. Ethan is like the Energizer Bunny. Like he's just getting ready to go, and I'm scared. I'm a little nervous. But anyways,
You
yeah,
guys are gonna have a blast.
Look, I'm bringing this in.
yeah. Bring it in. See, so much better having you here, Ingrid.
Of course.
Hello there. Do you have advice on goose coops? Greetings from Switzerland. Apps.
We got 2 people from
Yes.
Switzerland watching.
Switzerland's been a hot spot. Switzerland, Australia, Puerto Rico's been a hot spot recently. So, yes, we not only have great advice on goose coops, we have shows and videos about goose coops. So let's hit that real quick. What's some advice? Let's say, how do you say, Tamara? Let's say Tamara is looking to build her coop for geese. What is some advice we would give her real quick?
Well,
Top 3.
they don't roost, so they would be low to the ground.
Okay, why don't they roost?
I don't know.
They're waterfowl
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want people to know why.
No, that's good.
Yes.
and they're bigger.
God, they're so big.
I inherited a goose coop, and the door is huge.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you're right. So geese, here's one thing I've noticed about geese. They are like goats. They chew on everything.
Oh, they're loud.
They are loud.
Oh, but this is about the coop. So
No, that's true. So these are, well, it still is important, but they chew on a lot of things.
if you don't know that, you should know that.
Still need lots of ventilation.
Yeah. Well, if they're loud, you don't want it near your house.
True. You can deep litter. You can deep litter. Some people said you can't deep litter. You can absolutely deep litter.
You did that in Alabama.
Yeah. We're actually doing a goose house, or is it a duck house? Either way, very, very similar. Just ducks are obviously a little bit smaller right now. The cedar coop. I hate that I'm not going to be here to see that cedar coop finished. And speaking of out there, can I please get an
But you
updated?
can see it after it's finished.
Yeah, and I'll definitely go to Georgia to do a walk around video of that. Can I please have someone print me off the updated bracket? This has been fascinating. Have you been voting?
I voted some.
We should have stickers.
I'm a little sore that I got edged out of the office pool, so it's giving me a
The
little bit.
football pool?
Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of PTSD. A little. I'm still holding a little grudge.
You did too good. I can't stand playing against people that are like, ooh, that's my favorite color. I'm going to pick that team, and you guys win. Drives me nuts.
That's the whole point of a football pool, isn't it?
Hello from Columbus, Georgia, where the city just changed the chicken ordinance. We are now allowed up to 6.
Ooh.
Oh, thank
Which means 12.
The others are just visiting.
Ban-
Andrea Weichel, hi.
Bantams are great.
She got some of my bantams.
Yes, Ingrid, at the terminal, 2-hour drive. Our property is in the low mountains with 1 mile of dirt road. A trailer with 2 huge Carolina Coop pallets on it is not likely to make it unscathed.
I mean, I don't know. This is more of a non-question, but don't you have to make sure that the terminal knows that whether it's permitting you from picking it up, just so nothing happens. That's all. I'm just worried about it.
Suzanne, please call here if you have any questions. We don't want you to start getting charged by the terminal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go Yankees.
Yay.
Great game last night. Back-to-back home runs. Mm-hmm.
Love the Yankees.
Matt, it's time for you to build one of your own coops at your personal home.
How does he know what's at your home? He really knows you.
Yeah, no, we got to,
Or he's spying.
a lot's going to happen. we're finishing up the year with this Italy coop, and then I'm going to try to just relax for a second, a couple hours, and then
You don't relax.
I can't get ready for January because, listen, memo or what is it called? Announcements. I hate it.
Proclamation.
No, a
announcement.
proclamation has been made for this memo. Price increases January 1. If you are on the fence right now, thinking about purchasing a chicken coop from us, I'm not trying to rush you. I can't do it anymore.
But do it now.
I fought as hard as I could. We are
Do it now. You get it soon.
firing on all cylinders out on the floor. Acre is amazing, but the price of materials, it's awful. And there's going to be price increases. I don't know how Nan has managed to continue to do what she's been doing, but I've been telling people January 1, next gen coop.
Mm-hmm.
We are also.
I thought that was going to happen before January.
I want it before, but because we're trying to give you some wiggle room for the click and buy.
Well, I thought we were doing the click and order, which was the first.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to make it sound like I do. I really
they're going to go up maybe sooner than that. That's all I'm saying.
January 1's my deadline, so we got to put a line in the sand.
Sometimes there's a little period of
Grace.
yes, grace period. That's what I was thinking.
That's right now. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
You know, people are like for right now. People are getting Acre without paying for it. Free upgrade, and it's been good and bad as far as the price increase in the cost of Acre. It's so much. But as far as production, it's definitely helped with production. But as far as the quality of the product, unbelievable. Absolutely so loving Acre. Can I please, someone out there, print me the bracket? All right. Fanny pack. So don't wear a fanny pack in Europe. If you guys have any questions, let me know. It's 12:21. How are we doing? All right, 53 people here. Make sure you share the show. I don't know what the deal is. Why is it sometimes I can go live on my phone and we get a huge audience, up to 200 people.
Maybe it's what you're wearing.
I don't think it is. You know what it is? People want to see the shop. They want to see what's going on. They don't care to see us.
Some people do.
Well,
No,
speak for yourself, man.
Yeah. Someone said something about skimpy clothes, so maybe that's what they want to see. You wear less clothes in the shop. I mean, you wear the little shirts and stuff.
You know, what do you mean little shirt?
Little belly shirt.
Yeah, the
I
cut off
do not.
sleeves and the
Well,
half
yeah,
shirt.
I hate sleeves. Like, this is driving me nuts, but I hate the cold. You downgraded your chicken purse.
Yeah, totally downgrade. That's a good.
Oh, you mean the grocery bag?
Yeah.
Can
Okay, I
someone
was-
chime in and tell me you're getting me the printed off bracket? I want to make sure. We got to talk about this. This has been fascinating.
Yeah, I've got family in this weekend, and yeah, it was hard to get out.
So apparently we're going to go back to noon, right? The only other time I really want to try is Sunday morning.
No,
What do I
because
got?
it's the church thing. You can't compete with God.
And I'm
come
not
on.
trying to, but Saturday morning.
No, wait.
And we got other things to do Saturday morning.
Who does?
I do. I'm out in the garden.
Yeah.
So
we're
we'll-
sleeping in.
I got
Sleeping
it.
in.
Oh my gosh.
Slumber
No,
party?
no,
Yes.
no.
Slumber party?
VCL.
No,
How many
no.
bedrooms you got at your house? Let's turn one of your bedrooms into the studio,
No.
and we will go to
I don't
Ingrid's
have
house.
that- I don't
You
even have
got
room.
Google Fiber now.
I do.
Nice.
Which I love. But we don't have a spare bedroom. Sorry.
Man, there's only two of you though.
Yeah.
Well, one is an office for
That's
Sean,
it. Perfect.
for Sean to work.
Oh, no, we want.
The other one is where we were growing stuff. There's no bed in there.
Oh.
It's basically Millie's room. Anyway,
No, so we do VCL from Ingrid's house. We
No,
go.
we don't.
It's a shorter drive for you. We'll go down there. Thank you. Do we have the printed bracket?
Jimmy said you already had it in here.
I want the updates.
Oh, okay.
Thank
he's
you.
coming. Oh my God.
I don't ask for much. Oh my
Just the
goodness.
same thing over
Don't
and over
come
again.
to Portland because it's cold. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. Okay, so today, what do you want to talk about first? The supply chain, follow the money. No, I'm
I
just kidding.
remember
Those are my
Portland.
notes. Oh, which reminds me, did you watch my podcast? It just came out with
No,
the
did
Duffies.
you-
Oh, they were supposed to tell me.
Yeah, I didn't
They
see it.
did. They told the whole team. They sent me links.
Did
I
you
think-
publish the link?
I'm sorry, the whole team. Can you say that again?
I don't know.
I didn't get it.
Who would be on the whole team there?
I
Matt?
think I crushed it. I hope after
sure
the
you
show,
did.
don't leave now. I did a recorded podcast with Sean Duffy from Fox and Friend or Fox Business or Fox News, and he did such a good job with the interview. The way he asked the questions, like set me up to deliver some of the most passionate things to talk about. And I think he knew that, and it was just absolutely wonderful.
They do research before they have someone on? That's so weird, Matt. Can you tell me how that works?
I don't have time. I want to retire and just be a better host on this show.
I would like to retire also.
Same here.
Amber M
Me
says
too.
she'll be in Italy at the end of November. Come see us. Where in Italy will you be? Taxis are affordable. Try pasta with truffles. It's so good. I heard the best truffles are in Italy. I don't think I've ever had truffles.
Watch out for pickpocketers in the town.
I so want someone
the
to try to
city.
pickpocket me. Oh my God.
I hope it's caught on video.
No, okay. I know this isn't chicken related. Work with me. What happens if you catch someone pickpocketing you? What are you supposed to do in Europe?
Well, they'll try to distract you, and then someone
I
else
get
will
how
come behind.
pickpocketing
Yeah.
works. I'm actually a
Okay.
phenomenal pickpocketer. Fun fact.
Whoa,
Yeah.
really?
All pickpocket and picking locks. That's what I was known for growing up.
Nice
It's
special
just-
skills on your resume. there.
I know. It's skills I have. And the reason why I did it is I never wanted someone to do it to me. So I had to learn it. And pickpocketing is a lot of distraction, practice quick, spotting the right target. What happens if I catch someone pickpocketing me?
I don't know what the laws
What
are
is-
there.
Oh,
You mean
laws.
can you pummel them?
If I get a hold of their finger, I mean, okay, too awkward silence there. All right, Matt in a tank top, XD. What does that
I'm
mean?
doing my job. Okay.
All right, so what are we going to talk about first? Are we going to do adding? I think the important subject really is going to be it's wintertime. It's getting cold out there. Are we ready for that? Let's do that.
I don't, am I ready? Well, let's talk. I don't know. What am I? Was I supposed to prepare something too?
Well, yeah, you always do.
I didn't watch that video.
Ingrid is a straight A+++ student. It's absolutely amazing.
I don't have if I play the video, no one's going to hear the volume. So that's.
Oh, can I have that?
no,
napkin?
they
I need,
will
I need to clean
if
up
it's
poop.
from, huh?
I need to clean up some poop. Thank you. I'm surprised you didn't
It
smell
will if you play it here.
Oh, I thought it didn't.
Well, how long is it? I got.
What
other
does it
things to
matter?
do.
No, what do you? You got nothing to do right now.
All right, don't look at that.
Oh.
Don't
Well,
look
we're
at
not
that.
sharing.
No, I know.
All right, so
I told
Ingrid is
you
going to
not
bring
to
up
look.
an amazing video. We're going to pause that. And what have you guys thought about the videos recently? We are.
Oops.
Oh God, what is this? Yeah, go ahead and get ready
All
to
right,
share.
this is
I
a
haven't.
4-minute video.
I haven't seen this. Are you guys ready?
I haven't either.
You haven't
If I
seen
have to
it?
admit
I
it.
thought we were friends.
I've been a little busy.
I don't think they're going to. This is what
They-
happens.
They don't hear that.
Oh, they don't hear that?
They don't hear it.
Oh, I do.
It's so annoying.
Guys, my name's Matt with Carolina Coops, and today I'm going to go over chicken coop tips. It is October. We're getting ready for winter. Tip number 1, how to keep your water from freezing. Now, what we do is we offer a rain barrel, 50 gallons of water, and in our heated bundle pack, we have a de-icer. This just drops right down your rain barrel. You plug
This is
it
going to
in.
be too long
It'll
to
keep
put
your
during the
water
show.
from freezing down
Yeah,
inside
it's
the rain
4
barrel.
minutes.
Yeah.
Also,
No, people love
if you
this,
have one of
though.
our gravity-fed
Watch our
water
viewers go up.
systems that will freeze even if you're only using the de-icer, we got to have something that circulates the water from the rain barrel through the water bar back up into the rain barrel, and that's what the pump does. That gets connected to the water bar, but we have to have something tell the pump when to come on and to turn off, and that's the little yellow switch right there. It's just a thermostatic switch. When it gets close to freezing, it's going to turn the pump on. Again, the water's going to circulate. It's going to keep it from freezing because of the de-icer that's down inside the rain barrel, and then it will all turn off once it gets above freezing. Chicken coop tip number 2 is you got to block the wind chill. Too many people get obsessed with keeping the chickens warm. That is not an important part. They are fine in cold temperatures. It's all about blocking the wind chill. What our coops do is makes it so easy is we can just go right up to our windows, pull the stainless steel dowels, shut the window just like that. You have blocked the wind chill. Now, here's the other thing you got to understand. There is still plenty of ventilation inside the hen house so that we're not trapping the gases in there. The hen house is still breathing, especially still going out through the ridge cap. But again, by closing the windows, you block the wind chill. The chickens are perfectly fine even in cold temperatures. All right, guys, chicken coop tip number 3, getting ready for the winter. And this is probably the one that's so important. Your chickens are gonna come out of the hen house and they still need to be chickens. They still need to work. And you're gonna want them to come down into the run, but I promise you what they are not gonna like is all that sideways wind, all that wind chill coming in. They're not going to like all that snow coming in, the rain. Especially if you get so much snow inside your run, that it covers it up and they can't scratch at it. So the easiest thing you can do is just wrap your entire coop in plastic. I know it's not going to look that good, or get what we offer, and that is right here, crystal clear polycarbonate storm shields. All right, so back here on the inside, I wanted you to see what it looks like on the inside. So again, it's polycarbonate, 400 times stronger than glass, and the reason why I like that is it's actually very safe, it's very strong, and we are also believers of screwing the polycarbonate on, because if you think about it, especially in high wind areas, that you don't ever want these to blow off. We've tried Velcro, we've tried magnets. Nothing's more guaranteed than just using the roofing screws that come with a polycarbonate. And by screwing on the inside, it looks so much better than if it's on the outside. And again, it's crystal clear. Will it get a little dirty? Sure, but again, it's a chicken coop. But again, the most important part is you're blocking that wind chill. I've gone into a lot of our coops in the dead of winter that have, the storm shields on. It is so comfortable when it comes to the temperature, and there's no wind chill. And more importantly, the chickens will absolutely love you for it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those are the top 3 things that you're gonna wanna do to get your chicken coop ready for the winter. And I was just thinking, a little bonus thing is, think about your chickens and what you're feeding them. There are certain foods like corns that you can give to them that'll help them stay warmer in the wintertime. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram, please do so. Subscribe over to the YouTube channel. And of course, if you're looking for one of our wonderful chicken coops or any of the accessories that we sell, say you built your own coop, but you want some storm shields, you want the water heated bundle system that you want to put on your own chicken coop, we have it here ready for you. Just give us a call. Thanks for watching.
That's a great video.
Yeah, all right, there you go. All right, so next, adding chickens to your flock. So I couldn't listen to it. I haven't watched that video. It did look good. It's so skippy on our end, but I was just verifying. Confirm for me, guys, that sounded good.
Yeah.
I hate that it skips on us. We got to figure that out. What was the shot of the plastic?
That was you and your home coop, right? That wasn't your home coop in New York?
That could have been.
Was that my dad's?
No, I think that was the lady with the ducks.
With the ducks in Vermont. And I think that's might have had what she had before. Because I told Paul about that, because that's one of the first storm shield ones we did. So that might have been footage that wasn't used or something, because that was new to me too.
All right, interesting. So that was a pretty good video, short and sweet. But I tell you, the videos that do when did this come in? When did this get handed to me?
Oh, we've got
you
some.
were right here, and you're like, oh, everyone's quiet.
Yeah, non brought it in. We have somebody say, Mosaic says, wear flip flops for people with feet fetish. Matt. Matt's got some nice feet, actually.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Listen. So I didn't.
Mike Trapp Matt needs a Speedo thong for the beaches in Europe.
Wait a minute. I get to rock I don't have a Speedo thong. That's disgusting. But I have a Speedo. Oh, hell yeah. You guys ever see my Speedo?
No.
I want to rock the Speedo here in the United States. I want to be the trendsetter.
That's interesting.
It's got an eagle on the front. Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely. People love it.
Ass
Who has seen it?
I got a picture of me with my cowboy hat on, my cowboy boots.
Oh, did you wear it in Florida?
No, at the lake here.
Oh, at the lake here. Okay.
But it's so weird that the Speedo just doesn't happen here in the United States, so I didn't want, people to be like...
I don't think you're
Is it weird, or is it necessary to not happen?
I think the Speedo's kind of cool. Keeps everything nice and snug and tight, and you dry off faster. You don't get the chafing.
It's better for when you go jogging on the beach.
So wait a minute. So I can rock the Speedo in Italy. It's going to be way too cold.
Yeah, it's going to be too
All
cold.
right, listen. All right, so getting ready.
But we will want a picture.
Yeah.
Us and the listeners.
Nan
now
might
you
have
gotta do it.
When I first got it, I took a picture. I was screwing around, and I had a cowboy hat on and cowboy boots. I don't care.
That doesn't count. It's in the living room.
True. Yeah, it was not out in public. I think it was when I first got it. And, Mackenzie was there, too. She died. I think she fell on the floor laughing. I was kind of like, oh, I didn't think it was that funny. I thought it was cool. Anyways, listen. All right, getting ready for the winter. Now, I kind of heard what I was talking about, but I can tell by watching the video. Listen, do not heat your coop. So many people right now are going to start insulating their coop. They're going to start heating it. Worst thing to do. But why? Okay? And I'm sure I talked about in that video, you want consistency from your hen house to the run. All right? Now, let's say you got one of those coops that's freestanding, hen house all by itself. Here's a reason why it's nice to have the run, because you're up north, and say you got one of those chicken yards. If it's full of snow, the chickens are not want to go out there.
Yeah, they do not like the snow on the ground.
By having a run, it gives you the ability with a solid roof to stop the snow from getting in the run. It gives you lumber to attach, whether it's plastic or our storm shields out of polycarbonate. The stuff is amazing. And you block that wind chill, you block that snow, and then the chickens have that consistency and temperature going from their hen house to the run, and they love it. You will love it.
And if you heat your coop, it increases the humidity and then the risk of frostbite. But
it's a fire hazard.
Yeah, that's right. And if you don't have your run block, if you don't have the plastic on there, I still think it's okay. But just don't heat your coop.
Oh, the volume was low. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You're right. The sound effects. We probably could have turned it up on YouTube. I am so sorry. I didn't catch that to just now. All right. Well, go watch it later and share it. Give it a thumbs up.
So what were
all
the
that
3
stuff.
points? Let's review.
Oh, there was 3. Oh, you know what the point is about that video? I just watched another video. Said, don't do everything I just did in that video.
What? What was that?
Give tips.
Oh.
Don't introduce yourself anymore. Like, I am so tired.
Stop listening to every sound you hear.
That's just ridiculous.
You do that. You follow. You're like Ferdinand the Bull. You're just following the butterfly wherever it goes. Whenever somebody says something, you're like, oh, then that's it.
No, that part's not true.
Why don't you listen to us, but you listen to everybody else on the internet?
Well, that's just...
Oh, listen to you guys. Okay, are you telling me right now I don't listen to you guys? You know the hell I paid from listening to you guys sometimes? I think sometimes you guys do it on purpose just to test me.
Oh, and it worked.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What is wrong with listening
He's
to
all
people?
fired up.
And then you think about it, you bring it back, and you analyze the information, and you execute a decision. Period. That's what I do.
Okay, but
Ingrid, I include you in a lot of these conversations. Andy has said a lot of things. I'm like, God, that makes sense. Let me see what you think. We got off the call, talked about it. I don't think that's the end all be all and everything, but I bring it to the table. That is where Non's like, you're wrong. You got to stop talking to so many people. But I love it.
Yeah, you do a good job of taking.
So you're messing with me right now.
I was, yeah, absolutely, and you fell for it. Oh, look, Fish and Matt Ryan says I can hear you guys whispering.
Yeah, I knew you could. I was like,
yeah, that's why I only whisper because we didn't.
Well, and I said,
we got to do better.
I said,
at that.
"Ooh, that's a good shot."
Yes. Oh, yeah. What was the good shot?
the one with the Carolina Coops.
Yeah,
in
the building.
Back? Yeah.
The building
you
in
saw
the
your
background.
great lettering on there.
Yes, thank you. I put that up, designed it, installed it. Ethan,
and it lights up.
Yes, it's so beautiful at night. Ethan had to climb on the. It was nuts. I give him a lot of credit what he did to help me get that sign up. All right,
Did you lose a bet?
So let's go back to the winter tips. It's don't heat it, block the wind chill. The heated winter bundle for the water, so you don't want your water freezing.
Guys, we have an amazing system, so you don't have to worry about water freezing.
Okay. So those were the 3 tips.
Wait, and that was just 2. And the third one?
Wrap your run. Consistency, okay? Don't
depending on where you are in the country.
Yeah, that's a good point. And here's the other thing I've
noticed.
noticed.
Not for everybody. Make sure you're in a really
Here's something
cold
that's
climate.
fascinating.
Please don't cook your chickens.
Greenhouse effect.
I have noticed people in the South spend way more time trying to keep their chickens warm where they don't need to than the people in the North.
Because they're probably more sensitive to the cold, so they anthropomorphize their chickens more. But they're just, for them, for it to get like this morning, it was 38 where I was in Raleigh, and people are like, oh my God, that's so cold. But I'm also from New York, so 38 be like, it's fine, just throw a jacket on. So I think it's what you're used to.
Yeah.
And people down south aren't used to cold temperature, so they think.
I know. So now you got to tiptoe around and say the thing that I say that I know pisses off the Southerners, which I don't blame them. We are jerks. When we come down from the North, thinking we know everything.
Again, speak for yourself, Matt.
So it's like they don't know what cold is. They don't know what it's like to have to work outside in the cold where your snot freezes instantly. You got to handle metal. It's so cold it burns. Like, that's cold. You come down here and they're like, you have no idea what cold is. But I agree. It's you can't blame them. But that's why I try to just explain why you should do what you do. But yeah, you're right.
Well, we have that map on the website.
That is true. I know that was
Ingrid and I put that on there without asking permission.
I recall that meeting.
He doesn't even know what I do on the website. He'll see something.
It's a compliment.
I know. He'll see something like 3 months. He's like, when was this put on there? That's great.
Yeah.
That
map is helpful.
Yes, but so many people put storm shields on their coop down here, and we're like, oh my God, you're going to cook your chickens. Use the corrugated clear roofing attached to the lower third of the run to keep wind out, keep side rain from the floor too, leaves top open airflow, not as cold as often here. All right, so that's a good point. Yes, and that will actually, that's better than nothing. Here's the thing I can tell you about our coops and why size is so important. I say it over and over about how it benefits the chickens. And in this case, you have room, what I call for error. It still breathes out through the top. It's very, very tall. Your chickens are way down at the bottom. You have room for error, if you will. And you can just put the storm shields on and not worry about it not breathing. But if you just want to use plastic, you can. Just go around the bottom, you can. You're blocking the wind chill. You want consistent temperature from the hen house to the run. That's all you got to know. Figure out the rest from there. Did we figure out the third?
In the winter, you can't have
The
consistent
water.
temperatures, though.
The hell you can't. What are you talking about?
The coop is always going to be a little bit warmer because it's smaller than the run.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to have consistent temperatures. You can have, if you don't wrap it and it's colder in the run, it's okay.
It is. You have
because that's
wiggle
natural
room.
for them.
Yes, you do have wiggle room.
I don't want to give people the wrong impression. Like it has to be the same temperature.
Yeah, yeah.
It has
That's
to
a
be
good point.
consistent. It doesn't have to be consistent, but you don't want like a heat. You don't want it heated.
Right. I think what Matt is saying is he doesn't want a big drop in like so it goes from like it's 75 degrees in the hen house and then they come down and it's 30.
Right.
That's where the chickens don't do well regulating their body temperature.
Right. And that would only happen if it was heated artificially.
Or insulated even.
Real quick. I wanted to make sure we got to this. Mr. Fay, he says, I took the lid off my Coop Works water and put in a different water de-icer from the Farm Innovator. It floats. I guess it's meant to. Oh no, there are de-icers that float. I see them in like horse troughs.
So the animals can drink from the top.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Well, he's in a temperate area. He's in Northern California. It's not going to.
Doesn't Coop Works? They have a winter thing in there.
Yeah.
They offer that.
Since the nipples are at the bottom,
they have a spot molded out.
Oh, I thought
for the cord to go through for a de-icer, like a paddle heater.
And probably the cord will make it stay at the bottom. This cord is pretty stiff.
Me, I would rather have the de-icer at the bottom because then, it goes up. I know sometimes people say put golf balls in there. Maybe it's floating. The de-icer's floating to help make sure it doesn't freeze at the top, breaks up the ice. I don't know.
But you want it thawed at the bottom where they're drinking from.
The floating de-icers are for livestock who drink from water tanks outside.
Right.
Right. I was just going to say, because the only time I've seen them is from large livestock. And okay, that makes sense. So you're drinking from the top. Chickens aren't. They're drinking from the bottom. So you want that de-icer to go to the bottom.
Right.
I guess Mr. Fahey, let us know. But yeah, you are in a temperate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
which one? I don't know.
temperate.
You got to help me. Temperate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's in Northern California.
Okay. Temperate what? Zone?
Climate.
Temperate? Climate. Oh,
so he's not going to have horrible freezes.
Right. Karsten, down here in the south, can we place a water container inside something like the feeder hopper fully insulated to keep it from freezing and, more importantly, cooler in the summer? Yes. There's no reason why you can't.
Yeah, he's in Georgia.
However, what I can tell you when it comes to things like that, and we've experimented with this, I don't know what it is about insulating material.
Mm-hmm.
Chickens love it. It's like kids at the circus and getting cotton candy. They are drawn to insulation, styrofoam, foam. I mean, it's just nuts. But
as long as it was kept inside, like if it was encased in something, the insulation was encased.
So just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally.
Man, we're sounding like experts.
Aren't we?
Yeah. Right. So, and then the other thing again,
it's only been 4 years doing this.
I wanted to just mention some tips. A lot of people say that in the winter, make sure you're feeding something that's high in sugar, like corn. That'll help the metabolism, help keep them warm. Make sure you got the right roost bars.
I think oatmeal too, like oats.
Yeah.
It's
good. It's whatever the food source is that isn't it high sugar?
Well,
or
it's
high
harder,
carbs, which turns into sugar.
Just like with everybody, corn is harder to digest. Mm-hmm. So for them, it takes a lot of energy to digest it. So that's what keeps them warm, and that's why they say do it. But people are like, don't give them corn in the summer. But it's like, nah.
I think just the regular diet is probably okay.
Right, and keep in mind that there's body heat in the hen houses of the chickens. Even if you only have 5, like
Right.
Kristen.
This is so funny. Tall Texas says, right, so no fire pit in the hen house.
No fire pit.
Unless you're roasting them.
Sonos, thank you.
That's not. These are pet chickens.
I'm glad you guys feel the videos are getting better because we're trying so hard to figure out how what I see to be with other people, like they're crushing it. And I'm like, man, why aren't we doing as well? And what's funny is when I talk to other influencers and other people, they're like, dude, you're everywhere. Everyone's talking about you. You guys are doing great. So I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
You've got a great marketing team.
We do, and it's about
And a
to. I
great
think
marketing manager.
I think it's about to get better. I think we're about to add another person that I realize something. I think we've outgrown what I'm trying to improve. I think once again I have it backwards. I don't need to keep focusing on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. That will grow as we continue to grow the most important platform, which is YouTube, or people just watching, long format videos, right?
Yes, I
thank
agree.
you. Okay.
A lot of people do watch the short ones too.
Put a beautiful coop as your background. You got it. Hold on. We have that, right? I've been working.
I think we have beautiful coops.
No, in the background. Well, I don't know now if I can click on things. It's probably going to be wrong. It's like right here. Look at that beautiful coop right there.
Ah,
Have we figured out what to name this coop yet?
No, but we talk about it every single week.
Okay, let's finalize something. How are we going to decide what this coop should be?
Instagram poll.
People see this is what you do. So
JV, can you come in here real quick?
You promised a T-shirt to the first person that guessed a name that we ended up going with, and that was so many weeks ago.
True.
I have no idea.
True. So why do you start with this is what you do?
Because now here we are 4 weeks later, and you're like, how should we name this?
That's not what I asked. How should we decide what to name it?
Right. And
that's what I'm asking.
Okay, but I thought,
how about you decide?
Oh, you want to leave it on me? Here's what I'm going to do, because you know what? You're right. Where I have gone wrong, thank you, JV. Have a seat real quick. Go up to the mic. Make sure you're unmuted. I have 2 choices, and I want to do a vote between the 2.
Okay.
I like your 2
I'm going to make a
choices.
decision.
What are your 2 choices?
Can you guys guess what my 2 decisions are?
Lakeside and the Montana.
That's
Montana,
right.
yeah.
That's right. JV, how you doing today?
What's up? How you doing?
What's going on? That's
Am I on
JV.
mute? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Make sure channel 5 or 6 is not red. Can you guys hear JV? You hear that?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes,
what
I
are you
can hear
guys
him.
doing
He
today?
sounds great on
All
this
right.
one.
Awesome. Perfect. So JV, let's do that. You see this beautiful coop right here?
I do.
Let's do a poll. I'm not sure when. Let's vote. Montana or Lakeside?
Right.
I love those 2.
What's your vote, by the way?
Does it have to be blue?
Wait, I don't want to influence. No, the blue doesn't matter.
No, it's just
I got my arm. Don't. Okay, just kidding.
I mean, I know which one I like.
Which one?
The name?
Should I say it?
Yeah.
I like the Lakeside.
Can we set up an Instagram poll? Maybe
Silence.
after our bracket.
They're both good names. Yeah.
Maybe after this wonderful bracket that you've done is done, and let's do a vote. 50-50. Okay, Montana and Lakeside. Maybe we should have a debate which one it should be named. It is election year. Wouldn't it be awesome if we had I voted on Carolina Coops Instagram stickers or something? Taking it too far, I know.
Yeah.
I can make that happen.
All right, so let's do that. I think we all agree Montana and Lakeside is
Yeah, those
cool.
are great names.
But there's reasons why we choose what we choose.
Right. That's why. Yeah.
And that's what I want people to understand. It's nice to make decisions on the warm, fuzzy things, but sometimes we got to really think deep
Strategically.
in the results and think long term. So naming has a lot to do with SEO, and that is Ingrid's baby right there. And if we name this, let's say the Montana Coop, when people search,
I think you're swaying.
What do you mean?
You're swaying people.
Oh,
You just leave it.
which one do you choose?
Crickets.
Montana.
Where's my
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lakeside.
Lakeside is good.
'Cause
I mean,
I-
it's a hard choice. That was the pause, by the way.
Just for the podcast, this is the coop that we talked about that is kind of a baby between the Carolina, a little bit of Craftsman, some Homestead thrown in. So it's got.
Oh, they had a 3-way and had a baby. Who's the father? Oh man, what is going on here? Let's do a test. This is like what was the Maury
I was
Povich show?
going to say it's not Maury Povich.
The Jerry Springer. You are the father. You're exactly right. And this is a great coop. I want to put this into full production. I was going to debate you on. I thought you were going to say Lakeside.
Oh, so you're going to do like a little debate.
Just as a disclaimer to everyone listening, we do not have a manual for this, nor is it a standard production coop.
Just because
we
Matt
need a
says it
recording of
doesn't.
that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to do a voice.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you get that? And then put it on a little.
We don't have a manual.
Thank you,
Yes.
JP. Perfect. Yeah. Because Matt likes to say, yeah, this is on the website. And it's like, no, it's not.
It's not?
No.
That's not. This isn't on the website yet?
No.
Why not?
Because we don't.
This is where you say it'll be on there by the end of the day, right? Ingrid?
End of the day today, please.
The only place that this has a place for on the website right
It's
now is in the
customs.
custom coop
Okay,
gallery.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes. So if you guys like this coop, order it today before price increases. I like the name Lakeside.
I do too.
Here's something I've learned in business. May I share something real quick? Because I
You
really
must.
thought about
It is your show.
Thank you. In business or in life in general, there's 3 things that give you an answer: your brain, your heart, your gut, right? And I've learned you always listen to your gut, guard your heart, exercise your brain. Like listening to what other people say, like I'm a butterfly. You got to exercise your brain. Take in
You're the
data,
bull
turn in the
chasing the
information.
butterfly.
Doesn't get the rest.
Just to be clear.
It's easy when it's your baby. It's like your heart, like your child. Like, yeah, you want to give them everything, but you know it's wrong. So you got to listen to your gut. My gut says, I don't know. Okay. My brain says Montana because of the SEO. It's in Coop. I like saying Montana. Montana's probably a hot word on the website or on internet because of Yellowstone.
Do I have to get the lakeside coop because I live on the lake?
She's already guessing.
No, I can see people saying that. Is this coop made for being by the lake? But I love the name Lakeside.
Specifically for being by the lake.
So here is why.
Maybe you could do
By the way, for all the listeners, that was a joke.
maybe you could do kind of what you were going to do with the craft, or what you apparently did with the Craftsman, where you have this. So like this package is the Lakeside package. There might be another one that's similar, but they're all the Montana coop.
It could be, yeah, Carolina
like that.
Coop with the lakeside package.
Yes, I like that.
That way you have the best of both worlds, and you don't have to worry about that poll.
That I like that.
I'm always thinking of Jimmy.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
The
I
Montana mod.
Because you can do
Yeah.
different things, like, oh, well, maybe I don't want.
What do you guys out there think right now? Montana or Lakeside? Put it in the comments. Let me know.
Okay.
Let me. Sheesh. But
We
this
have
is why I love these
Actually,
conversations.
no.
That's a good point.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I
Uh-oh.
just thought of a different angle. If somebody already has a Carolina and they want these features, it's not something that they're going to be able to add to it, to an existing coop. So maybe that's not such a great idea.
That's not true. We can do anything. It's just going
And
to
it
be a
could
lot
be
more expensive and harder.
Just asterisk for new.
I'm just saying there might
purchases only.
be
And-
different variations of this model. Is
And
what
we
I'm
don't
saying.
we don't have a manual for any of it.
True.
No offense. You guys waste a lot of time talking about unimportant things. Please get to the subject matter.
See, he's actually taking literally
We already
the
did.
topics that I put. No, but we are going to talk about.
I do want to
adding-
hear from Ingrid though.
Because I have visuals.
Yes, we're going to get to that. Okay, fine. We try. We're
Hang
not,
in there, Jeff.
Yes, come on, Jeff. Hang out with us. Thank you for being here. We'll try to get right to the point.
We are almost an hour in, so
It's kind of boring doing a live show, getting right to the point. When we do videos that are recorded and edited, we get right to the point, right?
I like the
Right.
short.
This
videos.
is the show, and I hope the rest of you guys out there agree. We don't rehearse.
There's a community
I
here.
have no clue. We're lucky if we make it here by noon. And this
Well.
has been a lot of fun.
It is fun.
Thank you.
I
Can
have
we
to
get,
say,
like, some animation with some squirrels running across the screen.
maybe we might need that. I have to say, in all honesty, that I actually miss not being a part of it. I do like doing the show. and
Oh,
coming here.
Ingrid missed us.
So
Yes, and I forgot. Nan, you need to order flowers for Ingrid. Have them dropped this weekend. So Ingrid was so mad at me, but thank you so much for not holding it in and not telling me I'm not a mind reader.
Do you want wine and chocolate too?
Whatever
will.
Ingrid wants. So she
No,
was
that's
Ingrid was
what I did
madder
last-
than hell at me. I didn't know, and I don't
think
blame.
you're I wasn't madder than hell.
Well, it felt
I've
like-
definitely been madder at you.
Oh
before.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's been times I'm like, oh god, she's gonna quit. Oh shoot, abort. Rewind. Listen, yeah. So Ingrid, I was hoping to have her phone in on last Friday's show. Yes, you brought it up. I was trying to do it, didn't get around to it. I didn't want
I
to
would have
fumble.
reminded you, but I slipped in at like 1 minute till.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
unlike
I'm
you.
so sorry about
That's
that.
okay. And it's my 7th year anniversary.
Isn't that nuts?
The
7?
beginning of October was my 7th year anniversary.
7.
Happy work anniversary.
Thank you.
7 years. Hasn't it been fun?
Okay. No, many times are fun.
All right, let's
It's a lot
get
of work.
All right, let's talk about now. Again, if you guys have any questions, let us know. How are we doing with the audience? 65. Yeah, I don't know what we got to do. Can we not promote this show ahead of time on YouTube? That's anyone?
I don't focus on social media anymore.
Jimmy?
I don't know. Let's maybe do some teasers throughout the week.
Maybe.
Oh, that's a good
yeah,
idea.
we got to do something. So I want to get back to this bracket. However, what I was going to say, Jimmy, is let's do a poll on should this be the Montana or Lakeside. I do like what Ingrid says, so now maybe I'm going to flip on it. Let us know what you guys think right now in the comments, and I'll make a decision here soon on what we should do. So just stay put. All right,
Wait,
Ingrid.
We got comments here.
Okay.
Well, I want to hear from Ingrid, and Jeff's waiting, so.
Well, then there was a comment that was very similar. It's like about
take control. You got the wheel.
About introducing. Here,
Let's do it. All right, here, hold on. No, do this.
Wait. Okay, what? Okay. So, somebody said something about the winter time, and I have an opinion on that because I did consider the time of year when adding to my flock because most of my girls are molting, which makes them less high school girly. You know, they're
Mean
a little,
girls, yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit more vulnerable. So I figured they wouldn't be so mean to the new 3 girls. So I have.
While they're molting?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be meaner while they're molting?
No, they
No,
tend
they're
to like isolate.
meeker.
Yeah. Because they're all
I don't
naked
know
and
what
stuff.
meek
They're
means.
vulnerable.
That's the worst time to introduce chickens, isn't it?
Well, I got, what would I have? 7 chickens. They're used to being together. You bring new chickens in, they're going to go after them like crazy.
Especially when they're molting.
No, hear me out.
I'm trying.
Okay,
Jeff wants you to get to the point.
Okay. Sorry, Jeff.
Jeff, this show's for you.
It's for you. So I just thought, well, they're not going to be as mean because they're going to feel vulnerable. So when I did introduce them, the little weird thing was that these girls, the new girls, the 3 that I got from Kristen, the big chocolate Orpington.
Thanks.
Now I know how to annoy him. So thanks for that. They were actually a little aggressive towards my girls with the food. It was the food. It was a food possession thing. But anyway, so before, and I have visuals. So when I've done it 3 times where I've introduced grown chickens to my chickens. And the first, where are my things?
So all the comments are above it. Yeah, there you go. Just go below it.
No, I'm looking for my overlays.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
When
the
you
comments. I gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first, well, this was one time when I did it where I had them.
Why do I get covered?
Because you're not pretty. Oh no, that's not right. Wait, I'm missing something. Okay.
This
I
is
got
the
it now.
first time you introduced new ones?
So, right, when I had new ones, I'm sorry, this is the one I needed. So I took the pergola addition to my coop, which is not part of Carolina Coops, which I also regret, but that's another story. And at this time, I realized, this was in 2021, I didn't have the chicken run door. So I had to keep the pergola partly open so my flock could get it there to lay. So this is pre-brooder basement option or anything. So I put this deer netting, and you could see they're young, and there was a serama, and so I thought, okay, that works. And then they all roosted there because I had a little roost bar, so I let them there for like 3-4 days.
So this is a separate space,
Right? It's
adjacent to your regular.
It's
coop and
attached to
run.
the coop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is see, there's their
What a beautiful bantam.
Are these
I
ones you
know.
dropped off in the middle of the night?
No, that was somebody else.
So then they were all in here, and then these guys, they escaped. So then my regular flock got in there, and it was like, all right, that's not working. I guess they're all together now. But then what happened was the newer chickens were going on that roost bar, and I have to carry them into the hen house. So, and I put a lot of effort into it, and it just seemed like a lot of work. So this time I was just like, you know what? We'll put them in there for a couple hours. But because they had been in Kristen's coop, look at that big chocolate Orpington. Look at her. Look at her in all our glory.
Look at her.
Look at her, I say, Matt. Look at her.
Sore spot.
So what happened was they were so used to being in Kristen's coop, which is a bigger version of mine, that they started freaking out at night, and they wanted to go up there. And I was like...
Because they were well trained.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just was like... I said to my husband, I was like, well, we should just let them up there. So... oh, that was the same one. I'm sorry. So I did, and then the next day they were just all out and about, and it was so much more seamless. And I mean, look at that beautiful leghorn, and see, this is another one. They're all like feeding together and stuff like that. So what I realized was that I was overthinking it, and it was also the situation too, because Kristen with her 5 chickens that I took 3 of, times 8. But they are used to that coop. So they were used to the ladder. They were used to going, like, it was very familiar to them. So it didn't make sense to not have them roost up there at night. And then I just made sure that the chicken door that I had now opened early enough that they could all get away from each other. And it was so much less effort. Yes, the first day was bad, and it was because I put like little treat bowls down for them, and they all got like crazy. And now I spread them out, and so it was It was all my doing that made it harder. So I made it harder for myself. Now I don't know that this is. I mean, if I had a brooder basement, maybe I would use that. For like younger chicks. What are you looking at, Matt?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was still a picture on top of me. No, go on. I'm listening.
No, he was watching the show on his phone, and I'm
because
like, I
have nothing to
doing?
contribute right now. Ingrid's getting right to the point. I wanted to make sure it looks good, streaming. Blah. I'm just doing. I don't.
You don't have anything
You're
to
in the
contribute?
show, watching the show on your phone.
Yeah, and you're like, keep your eyes on your own paper. All right,
anyway,
so I don't understand the point here. So
the point is that I made it harder.
Well, if you were paying attention,
yeah,
I'm trying to pay attention. I don't get
so
it.
I'm bored.
You told me that
that's right.
The best time if you're going to introduce new hens to an existing flock, wait till your existing flock is molting.
No, I don't say that. That's the best time. I just said I thought that might work to my advantage.
Did it?
I think it did, because my girls were less mean at first.
And there's a few things going on. Those chickens were full grown, like full grown.
Okay, hold on. You're leaving out a point.
Helped.
You're leaving out a very important detail.
The established ones were molting, so maybe even though they were outnumbered,
So what you're saying is, and I didn't think this was the case, that typically or all the time that when you introduce younger new hens to an existing flock, the ones that are going to be aggressive are the ones that this is their home.
Yes.
They're the existing flock. You don't think the new ones aren't going to be aggressive or could be aggressive?
No, they're on the bottom of the pecking order.
But the ones that I gave you came from a large family, let's say.
Yeah, and they were like full of themselves because they're like, hey, there's only 7 other chickens here.
Yeah.
Not 37. So what? I mean, 5.
Yeah,
but,
so they're used to fighting for their food and, fighting for their spot. Someone from an only child is very different than a family of, let's say, 10.
Okay, so you gave me an idea.
What?
You should continue to raise chickens like that. And so for the people that don't want to raise from baby chicks and they just want to immediately have that satisfaction, but so they want a younger hen, but same size. So you just discovered a tactic in their upbringing so that when people are like, yeah, this sounds perfect, you got to raise them the way you did and then sell them to people. And there will be a lot less fighting, if any fighting at all, in the existing flock because of the upbringing, not so much the current situation.
Well-adjusted chickens.
Yeah.
RTG, ready to go.
A lot of the chickens that, like that other picture that I showed with the 4, 2 were from one guy. One was from Urban Chicken that was hatched there, and one was an employee's chicken. And they kind of formed their own little gang.
It's like the orphanage.
Right. I got 4 that from like different, well, the the black one and the white Sarama were together. So, but they kind of formed their own alliance, and that's what happens with this as well. So these 3 have formed their own alliance. They're next to each other on the roost bars, except for the chocolate Orpington because she needs room. So she doesn't sleep with the.
And for the record, she asked me to look up if they were vaccinated, so I looked up my order. I bought those chickens for you in February.
Yeah.
And I asked you several times, do you want these chickens? And you're like, no.
Did
no.
I respond?
And now it's
Did I
October.
acknowledge that you were asking me a question?
So I've held
I
on to your
noticed that's a
chickens
tactic around here.
for
I'm
8
busy
months.
working. I'm on 2 different phone calls
8
like
months
this.
I've babysat your chickens.
People come up and talk to me, and they're like, well, I told you. I'm like, what are you? I didn't even realize Non handed me a piece of paper.
Oh, I'll
Still
send you
my fault.
a
Whatever.
screenshot of the text.
Oh, great. Here we go. All right, hold on. Francine asked a question.
No, where was Francine's
She's like
question?
VIP VCL.
I know.
You're changing
So-
the subject. That's my move.
No, I'm just moving on. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get right to our
I wanna
audience.
make
Hope
sure
you guys are
Jeff,
doing well.
Is Jeff satisfied?
Yeah, let's get right to the point. And also, I just wanted to go over. So this is the.
Wait, are we done? We can't move on until we're done.
Well, Francine says, "Dear treasures in North Dakota."
I wanted to say one more thing about it before we move on, and that's Ingrid said maybe she was overthinking it. And sometimes we do that.
The biggest mistake you can make in keeping backyard chickens is to overthink it. Okay, that's enough.
And sometimes
it's Cracker Muncher.
It's Cracker Muncher. That's a Morse code. Please help me. I want to be an only child.
Listen.
Wait,
So
now Cracker Muncher made me lose Francine's question.
So sometimes we do overthink it, and maybe it is okay just to throw in some new ones with some old ones and see what happens.
Yeah.
there are people that want to murder you for saying that.
Oh, and that's what I do, and it works.
All
out.
right, so Francine says, "Dear treasures in North Dakota." So I think that's someone else I saw talking. Thank you for saying that. I do worry when it gets minus 20 and it takes every fiber in my body not to add a small free choice heating source. What say you, VCL?
Yes, he said that. I believe someone said that.
Yeah,
storm
she's
shields.
saying that, we love the storm shields. The only time it was really felt cold was when it was negative 32 and the wind chill was
Yikes.
negative 62.
There was another said that he heats his coop when it becomes below 10 degrees because he was worried about frostbite.
Yeah, I have no concept of these temperatures, so I'm going to bow
No,
out
you don't.
right now.
I remember one time we were working, it was like 55 degrees.
It was
and
in
you're like,
Boston, Massachusetts.
You're like, does it get this cold in New York? I'm like, oh my God. Listen.
I had
listen,
on so many layers.
Let me say something that'll probably get me in trouble. And I'm kind of speaking out loud a little bit. Listen to what I'm saying. Consistency.
No,
So,
we already discussed that. It doesn't have
not
to be
a
consistent.
gradual change. You only want a gradual change, not a rapid change. So if you're going to heat your hen house, guess what you need to do? You need to heat your run.
What if you just take the edge off? I think maybe that's what they're asking.
The thing is, too, if you heat the hen house, they're still going to go out of the hen house.
Right. So now you're doing the opposite
But
of
what
what
if you have like a 20-degree increase for daytime temperatures versus nighttime?
What if you put a plate heater in the run?
That's going to do nothing.
This is a real
The
time
amount
debate
of
right here.
BTUs you need because of how big our runs are, which is a huge advantage. Listen,
No,
it's
you
the
can't-
wind chill. It's the wind chill. It's the wind chill. Make sure you got the right size roost bars. Maybe if you're this worried about the cold, get the right breeds. Like unlike silkies.
I don't think that matters.
No, it does.
And definitely get a Carolina coop.
Speaking of silkies, oh my gosh, have you edited that video at all? We need to go out and see our dear friend Eva Shockey, who sent me I guess I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to play it. She sent me a video text, a video audio. No, an audio text. Sorry. She goes, Matt, laughing. She goes, I did something you told me not to do. You were right. These silkies are so dumb. And so we need to go out there and help her because now she's got these silkies. And it was just so funny. So I went and played it with Mackenzie in her office to get Mackenzie's opinion. It was so funny when we walked in there. She's on the phone with a customer. And the customer wants to make sure the husband doesn't find out about the cost of the coop. Anyways, so moving on. That's funny. No?
Your delivery was terrible.
Why?
It'll be funnier in the video.
Yes. Hold on. Sono says, I recently
I don't know
got
if you can edit that.
I recently got locked in my coop run when the cable came undone. No phone, no one around. I spent 20 minutes fishing mat cable. Lesson learned, crimp the cable tight. So listen, guys.
Yeah, and those coops are so well built. You can't get out of that wire.
we're about to do a video soon. We need to get this done. Listen, JV, I'm going to give you some homework. Can we go to a thrift store, find a football helmet big enough to fit Ethan's head, and we got a wall
Where are
out
we
there.
going to go for that?
Yeah,
That's a big helmet.
Yeah,
You can figure it out. Or go buy it on Marketplace. I don't know. Listen, I want to get a video of Ethan trying to run through the screen on one of our run walls. And you guys are going to be blown away at how strong it is. So make sure we don't forget that. But yes.
Is that work hours or after hours?
No, this will be work hours because he gets hurt. He's got to have comp.
Well, go ahead.
Well, but listen. Okay, so thank you for that compliment. And here's what I can say about that cable. We have ours made specifically for us, and you can only do so much to make sure it doesn't break. But if you don't abuse it, it should not break. What I've noticed is if you have children, keep a close eye on that cable. They love to yank on that thing like it's a toy, and you got to check it before you go into that run because it'll be that one time that you go to use it and it breaks.
It doesn't take a lot of pressure to open the latch.
Right.
But if you're...
They go and they just yank it.
Also, just as normal, like walk around, checking things out periodically is needed. Just like any other exterior accessory, any other thing that you have out in the yard. You check your plants, you check your animals. You have to check the coop also. Windows, locks, the gate latches, make sure there's nothing sticking, make sure the gutters are clean, yada, yada, yada.
Okay, so Jeff really wants you to get to the point.
No.
Get to the topic of your podcast.
Ingrid and I love our rounds. We make our rounds.
Yes.
So that would be covered.
Yes. So the question capitals and all that stuff. We have 15 chicks now that are 8 weeks old and ready to introduce to the 3 older hens. Any special instructions?
8 weeks that's a little young.
It is young. However, I feel like there's safety in numbers there.
Yeah.
You got 3 older hens, but you got 15 teenagers.
Yeah, you're right. And this is where I'd say try it.
8 weeks is really young because they're not the same size. And to me, I think they got to be the same size. You got to make sure they have space.
What is key in the introduction is space.
Yes.
I can drop any hen over my fence and it'll be fine because of the space.
Yeah, and I think also, I mean, I had Bantam and I had a 3-month-old with a 8-month-old, and then my chickens were all a couple of years old, so it works out. But yeah, I mean, if you can wait, but 15 of them, where are they keeping them? That's a lot of chickens.
And definitely 2 feeding and watering stations. That really helps with the territorial aspects of the existing
All
flock.
right, here's what we're going to do. Our first podcast that we do when I get back from Italy, which will probably be about the Italy Coop.
Really?
That's not no. We're going to pick a topic, and we're going to do a live podcast, and we're not going to deviate from that topic at all. We're going to get right into it.
I don't think you guys can do it.
Whatever little criticism, you take it to heart. It's okay. Jeff doesn't like the banter.
He might be right.
He might be right.
Shirt. He might be right.
I think people like the banter.
I think they do too.
I'm going to get you a new Get to the Point shirt.
What's the difference about that coop from others? Might help with the name ideas. So you got the pull-out drawers. Check out the last week's.
It has a brooder basement on one side and pull-out drawers, storage accessible from the outside.
It's also an odd size.
We need to get out to Montana now and do a video on that coop. I can't believe I missed it because that was done like a year ago.
I'm not going until like June.
So a lot of people, what do you like this coop, Montana or Lakeside? What should we call that? People are voting. Well, we're finally getting down to it. Thank you. Let us know. What do you think, Lakeside or Montana? Oh boy, Lakeside might be winning.
Maybe we can have one of our coops on Yellowstone, and then it'll have to be called.
Pause. Mike Trapp's right.
Montana.
I think that's what's doing it. We're talking about the style of this coop, the function of this coop, not the roof. Oh, I keep getting my arm. I think
Don't worry, it's still there.
Maybe they're calling it Lakeside either because of the blue roof or it's near a lake.
Right. Well, it's from Lakeside, Montana. That's the location.
That's a good point,
and
too.
And it is next to a lake. And Lakeside just sounds nice. I mean, who doesn't like
Oh, gosh, this is
Lakeside?
so hard. Oh, this is so hard.
All right.
Hold on. You're flying through some of these things.
Can somebody call Kevin Costner, please?
What do you mean? 20 minutes in the podcast and you're not giving us any information related to the topic. That's because we got to build up the audience.
And that was an hour ago. So I am scrolling.
Slow down.
through.
I know, but hold on. I want to see these things.
And
Cracker
they've already
Muncher begins
covered
with
the
K.
water system.
No, it does not.
The German version.
You already have 2 state names. Name Coops. Stick with the formula, Montana. Sue, I agree. I think we should stick with the Montana. Cracker Muncher with a K?
The German version.
Oh, the website continues to get better and better. Good job, Ingrid. It does.
Thank you, Bruce.
It does, and that is hard because you want people to find the information. You got to have lots of information, and I'm hoping that we get to a point where it's very easy for people to get to what it is they want to get, especially to be able to purchase and click and buy. So
Right.
you got your work cut out for you coming up.
Well, somebody said that they had, I don't know where it was a comment, but they had a hard time finding the Coops because they were on the Shopify site. And it didn't occur to me that people would start there. So I made sure I took that as like, oh, what can I do better? Because I know where everything is. So getting input from other people, customers or users on the website, and then I made a navigation for people to find the Coops if they just go to the flock shop.
All right, I apologize. So we're taking too long to get to people's questions? We got some people that just got a lot going on today.
Right.
Because Joan's saying you have someone asking about the 8 weeks. So we answered that. I'm sorry, Joan. We're just taking our time.
You
What's
asked
the
for
rush?
her name the other day. Did you get it?
Oh, is that the Joan?
Stop. I'm going to take your mouse away, young man.
Did you get it?
Let me.
Because
yes, and she's
Okay.
so happy. She sent us videos.
Good.
We replaced the A Hutch. The Statesman. Yes, I think that was Mike Trapp's suggestion. That was a good name too.
So
but
Joel says there's already a Lakeside Coops company in the UK. We might be giving them free SEO if we name it that.
that's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Fisherman Ryan has a question. I want to change out deep litter. Just got my hemp from you guys. Should I wait till spring or do it now? Good question.
Does it need to be changed?
That's exactly it.
Is it 8 years old like Kristen?
Right. So
Oh, come on. It was 6.
Okay.
right. Fisherman Ryan.
Sorry.
First thing is, does it need to be changed? Because if you say should I wait till spring, it tells me it doesn't need to be changed now. I think some people clean out their hen house because they're like they want to.
Well, his is pretty close to his house. I'm sure he's being conservative.
Yeah.
But if he can do it now or wait until spring,
And
That's
he's
6
in a
months from
very
now.
temperate climate, so it probably doesn't matter so much. Just clean it out when you need to. Or if you get tired of storing the hemp.
Yeah.
I know we're the worst hemp salespeople. We should be telling people you got to clean out your coop every week. We'd be blowing up.
I know. I mean, when stuff came up on Amazon about subscribe and save, I'm like, but
That's
you don't
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need it every even 6 months. Like we talk about the fact like we don't do the planned obsolescence. We do the opposite. We're like, no, this is good. Get a couple of bales that'll last you for years.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. I know a lot of people do love this show
They
because
like, well, read what she said because we're
Laura
doing-
you're
says-
doing great. It's fun.
Yeah. And then the next comment,
So
I
people-
like the
people see
hangout
it. It's right here. It's-
hangout vibe.
Thank you. Isn't that the point to a live podcast?
Some
have
of it.
Chicken
Yes.
chat.
Information, entertainment.
If we happen to impart something on the subject, that's a bonus.
Right. And you guys bring up a great point with your questions, and this is why I want you to ask your questions. We're
Yeah.
here. We don't charge you guys to be here. We're here. Carolina Coops is paying for this, paying for all the equipment. We're here for you guys. So, ask your questions. We want to answer your questions. So, I miss Murder Mittens. Hold on. I'm going to take your mouse away.
No, because these are hour-long. These are from like 45 minutes ago.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting there, folks. I promise. Okay.
We're not getting
So
there.
it'll be a better show if we respond quicker to all the comments. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Someone says Lakeside, Montana should look more Western. Interesting. I like the hangout vibe. Make chickens great again. Is that bad?
They already are.
Yes.
They've always been great.
I wanted to make a T-shirt. Non came up with a great idea. Make soil great again. I was going to wear it on my Fox News interview. Murder Mittens is having a psychotic day today.
Oh my God, she dumped the watering can in Non's office when I was talking to her. She was just bouncing off the walls.
That's the second time this week.
It's like a Diddy party up in here. Poor
Not
Diddy.
quite.
What's going on with Diddy?
I'm not
Why are you
sure.
saying poor Diddy?
He made
No,
bad
you're right.
choices.
You're right. We don't know what's true or not. We can only imagine. And I just want to know, is he going to commit suicide in jail all of a sudden? Right? Slow down. Enjoy your conversation. It's fun. Thank
trying
you.
to move the
Cold
show
question for Kristen. When
No,
is
it's
cold too cold for our chickens?
I don't know.
That's see, I can't answer. I have no concept of these temperatures, but they scare me.
Fisherman Ryan says, please answer my deep litter question. So they
I
are
would
getting
be tempted to take the edge off at some point.
Matt, you know how I feel when you read comments that have already been addressed.
Yeah,
I have no idea what you just said.
I know, because you don't listen to me.
Read them silently in your head.
Yeah. There you go. Move your lips. That's fine.
Skip the BS and get to the subject matter. How old are these comments?
Stop listening to him.
He
He's goading you now.
Goading?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
He's just doing it so you get
I
annoyed.
don't. No, I don't think. No, he's kind of like me.
But if he didn't like it, he would have left.
No, that's a good point. When I watch a video, but this is a live video, this is a live podcast. You listen to podcasts for the entertainment, to kill some time. People are working right now.
And
Maybe
it's
they're
nice
driving.
when you learn something too.
Absolutely. When I go to a YouTube video to learn, I'm like, get to the point. Like I go nuts, man. How long have you been doing chickens?
Yeah, me too. Mosaic said he was ordering Speedos on Amazon. LOL.
That's
when you were looking at your phone.
Matt has a question. Is there an auto chicken
Speedos?
Is there an auto? I'm sure there is. Is there an auto chicken door that I can control, open and close via Bluetooth from my phone?
I don't know anymore. We tried that years ago, and it's a nightmare. I don't even want to mention the name.
That was years ago.
It had a.
What did I just say?
I know, but I mean that's
okay.
the important point. It was years ago. There might be something now.
Yeah, but this particular one had a 50% failure rate.
Oh, more than 50.
It was.
What, man? I can't hear you. Pushed your mic away.
And
annoyance.
It was like
no, go ahead, put a picture over me.
$800 and.
Oh, okay.
I think what a lot of people don't understand is you either have to have a super strong Wi-Fi signal at your coop, or you have to have cellular service at your coop on your door.
Right. Well,
in order for that to actually work.
Here's a question. Roost bar same level versus staggered stadium?
Oh, that's a great question. We call that, stadium style, bleacher style.
You can fit more in if they're staggered.
Yeah.
So
how many
Kristen
times have
likes
you done
one.
Not that I've done that.
I don't think there's a right or wrong.
No.
However, what am I about to say?
The distance between is important.
Distance.
Yeah.
Yep. What else?
We don't want them pooping upon each other.
Let's talk about how to make the best choice for you. Okay. People will say you don't want them all level. Why?
Because there's a pecking order, and
Right.
that disrupts the pecking order.
Do we agree with that statement? What is our stance?
I think either one is fine.
I have to say the most fighting that occurs is nighttime.
What is our stance?
Oh.
Ours are level.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that.
And I called you for help when I had to vote today. Oh my gosh. Listen.
You want to be my latex salesman?
No, listen, I don't think it makes a damn bit of difference. It comes down to if you want to fit a lot of chickens in there, because listen, we just talked about bringing this coop back. I think we should. The shed coop. It was a badass coop. I don't know why we stopped doing it. And we had to stagger the roost bars, and it worked. I don't think it matters.
I'm all for the maximum capacity,
I
and that one was maximum capacity.
I mean, as beautiful as your coops are, and they are, and I love them, I do think there might be less fighting if, Polly could get up on the top and not have to kick everybody off. I mean,
that's interesting. Because you could argue that them being all the same level reduces the fighting.
Is that the chocolate Orpington?
She has a good point.
No, Polly is my olive acre.
You got an olive acre too?
I got that years ago. That from
I
Kristen.
want an olive acre.
You have one right now that lays olive eggs, don't you?
Matt, how long have you been doing chickens?
If it makes you feel any better, Matt, I wanted an Easter egger, and the one I got is quite beautiful, but I think she lays brown eggs. So it's fine.
What year is it?
2024.
What year is it?
16 years. Yep, 16 years. Get the right breeds.
That's probably for
yes, a plate
cold.
heater, free choice, whether they get under.
I think most backyard chickens, though, will do fine in all climates. It's more about the housing than the breed.
Sorry, this is the link. Okay, so you're trying to help us. That would be boring. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. See, I love that. You know who I do miss too? That's normally here, is Missy. Misty Hooker. Where's Misty Hooker been? We got to reach out to her. She got a new job.
Yeah, you said that before.
I'm sorry. I know. Sorry. It takes a while to get back into the brain of.
I think her grandma's visiting.
Mike Trapp just said, let's just call it Matt's Rants, and that will cover everything.
Yeah. Everyone wants to hear
subject?
a rant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rant.
Oh.
He just gets
denial.
He just gets mad when we talk about chickens because he doesn't feel included.
Oh, it's so boring.
It's not boring.
I just I like the eggs.
This is
I
a
love talking about
chicken
eggs.
show.
It's a chicken coop and chicken and
But if you didn't have chickens, why would you need a chicken coop?
True. No, that's true. But you got to have the eggs. I love the eggs. That is absolutely my favorite thing. Matt, you must be having an off day. First the Speedo thoughts, then saying you could stay on point for a whole show. I don't have a chance in hell staying on point.
Oh, he knows you.
Maybe
Thank you,
you know what? Maybe you guys should do it. While I am gone, you guys do video chicken. Do whatever you want.
Joan says that Jeff is right. Sorry, banter is one thing, but you get off on a 20-minute tangent.
Maybe we should start with the topics.
And then, I don't.
And then banter?
I try.
You did today. You started with the heated water system.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We talked
and
about.
here you are.
We did.
Oh, thank you, Chickenlandia, president of Chickenlandia. Yeah, it's so cold here.
Oh, there's Dahlia.
Which reminds me, I guess, I don't know if this is appropriate. We got a big night tonight. No, we're not going to Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right like last time. Gonna go see Jeff Dunham. He's in town. Yeah, can't wait. When it's cold, too cold, depends on the kind of chickens you have and how they are. I totally agree.
And how old they are.
Hold on a minute. How old they are. Well, you obviously, when they're really young, they got to be fully feathered. That goes without saying with the brooder.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we're assuming that they're all fully feathered.
But is that what she's saying? Does it mean there's
Probably.
I don't know. Let's scroll down and see what she commented an hour ago that we're getting to now.
No, slow down. Hold on. Kristen, you don't know cold. I worked in minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Alaska oil fields. Can you imagine?
You don't have to read every comment.
I do.
That's interesting.
This is a live show. The regular audience knows the banter here, but Jeff has a good point if you want to grow the show, especially new listeners. I don't disagree. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try it.
And I try to bring us back to the topic sometimes.
But you just said you were bored by the chicken talk.
Ugh.
Well, see, and then...
It's not that it bores me. I don't know.
You're on your phone.
Analyzing
We have
data.
video proof. Roll the tape.
I'm sorry. Sometimes there's just no saving them. And
So
this is where
that's
where I like
to Laura. So you're reading things that you say things that don't make sense because you don't let me control the show.
She is the producer.
But I like, regardless, I like Dahlia's statements.
Yeah.
And we have to be okay with it. Sometimes you just cannot save them.
Right.
That
So
is
Laura
hard.
had
And that's
said,
farming 101.
I watched your video, Welcome to Chickenlandia's video on prolapse vents. Although we had to call a chicken, your video helped. Her vent wouldn't heal. I just felt so bad for her. And I just recently lost a chicken, and I talked to Dahlia about it as well. And I was surprised because it was because of a fatty liver. And I thought, why is my chicken fat? I thought she was losing weight. She was a dark Brahma, and I thought she didn't seem big enough. And Dahlia, I had to have Dahlia comfort me about it, that I didn't do anything wrong. I had to have Dr. Crespo comfort me about it, that I didn't do anything wrong.
I think I did too.
Yeah, and you did too. And it's very, Dahlia said it's a very common thing, the fatty liver, to lose the chickens. And she was only 3, so, it's hard. It's hard because you think that fatty liver, did I feed her too much? Did I do something wrong? So, yeah, sometimes there is no saving them, and sometimes they just,
Nikita, question. How often should you do a full cleaning on your coop structure? Define full cleaning. What would you...
It's probably dusting. I don't know.
Wiping, washing.
Power washing,
I wouldn't
sanitizing.
clean out the run, probably ever.
I have cleaned the coop, though, to make it look nicer.
Yeah, unless you need that material for gardening.
Dahlia, call us up, ingridfrom.com. Get yourself a t-shirt. She's right. Here's my
What did she
life
write
lesson
about?
in the
Read
past
it.
year. Here's the life lesson in the past year.
Read it.
And Matt, be yourself and your people will come. She's exactly right. I realize I need to stick to my guns, my gut, my heart, my brain.
Matt's rant.
Not because of what's right and wrong. It's because it's a filtering process of the people you surround yourself with.
And she said,
and here's where the rest of the world has it wrong. And I have beat myself up so badly listening to the wrong people. No, I want to listen to everyone. Changing because of the other people, not because of me. And Dahlia, I think that's what you're saying. I so appreciate it.
She said,
because
those who try to change you or get weirdly controlling are not your people.
That's right. And this is why we have the same people every week that are here because of us. And I can't thank you guys enough.
Thank you guys.
And yes, you're right. I will read everything that is said to us. This is one of the reasons why I can't read the comments anymore on YouTube unless I'm ready for video chicken. And Dahlia, I so appreciate that because that's wording exactly what I'm trying to say, that I had a filter process for a reason. Oh, God. You got paper towels?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
That's a tiny little poop.
So anyways, I just read that, and thank you, Dahlia.
And I want to look at Laura's comment here for more advertising. Go to the Pacific Northwest Homesteaders Conference at the end of June.
She's been trying to get you to go for like 2 years now.
Yeah, and I would like to go to that, with or without you.
And I love Joel Salatin. If you guys do not know who Joel Salatin is, oh my gosh, what is going on
Well,
here?
I mean, there could be the next generation Joel Salton there.
There really is. I'm seeing that.
Like there's got to be. Those are those are our people. Speaking of your people,
Mike Trapp's got a good idea.
Mike Trapp, bring one of the chicken puppets for Jeff to use in the show.
I wonder if he would.
I don't think he would.
Okay.
Dahlia wants to see you with your plaid shirt and Speedos. Probably not.
So listen to this.
Okay, here we go.
The super old chickens or special needs chickens will need extra help in freezing temps, and newly feathered chickens need to acclimate to the temps, even if they are fully feathered. So that's what she was saying about it depends on the age of.
Okay, old or young.
Yeah.
Just like people.
Because usually it's not like they're fully feathered and it's 30 degrees out. Here you go. And they've been in your
I'm sure I've asked
house.
Dahlia this before. And I want to go to the opposite end of the spectrum since we're kind of talking about something like this. And I believe Dahlia loves her naked necks.
Yes,
and,
she does.
Or turkins. And are they not designed for the heat? Is that not true? But I swore she said no, but it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, I have heard that.
I would love to get her opinion on that.
I'm trying to get her opinion on it, but I have to scroll. I feel like I'm bickering with him. This is
Matt, I look forward to your live show from Italy when you and Ethan are in the dark back alleys after midnight. It'll just be starting happy hour for us back home. It's true. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this. I know us. We're those people.
You're looking for trouble.
No, I'm not. We are those people that when you go out partying with us, well, we just go out for dinner, have a couple drinks. One thing leads to another. We think everything's a good idea. We're those people. We're like, ooh, that's a great idea. Love the show. Don't change it. Thank you, Maureen.
Rudy says chickens don't care if the coop is not shining clean. Do the cleaning when you want to.
Oh, we never really even did answer that.
Shocking.
Yeah, well, I said don't ever clean out the run.
Yeah.
Clean out the hen house when you need to. And then I agree with Rudy. Dust it if you want to.
Yeah.
But you don't need to clean like the outside. But I know there's people that we have a customer that washes and waxes his roof.
Wow. Or you could just have a dirt colored coop.
Do you want to have Laura's question? I feel like I can't bring it in.
You're allowed to do whatever. Okay, so then go back to here.
I know.
Maybe that's distracting. That's what it is. And then shrink this.
Oh, so here we go. Turkins are super hardy, heat and cold.
Well, then this doesn't make sense. What
She
makes
might be partial though. If those are her favorites.
I believe they are.
I would be.
Well, she does like a little bantam too.
Yeah, I see that. Looks a little like Cracker Muncher.
She's one of us, Kristen.
Like definitely.
All right.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get reset up.
Oh, okay. Are you just trying to be annoyed though?
Wait, did you go all the way back to the top?
No.
Yeah, we did.
You did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yeah, it is. Because you touch things.
God, it is 1:34.
Well, let's ask the new guy. What's it like working here?
I love it. It's crazy.
What do you like about it?
It's
crazy.
I'm used to crazy. So
No day is the same, right?
No.
Yeah. What do you think about chickens?
I'm learning something new every day. So that's what I like about this job is that I get to hear the sales team. I get to be on the floor, learning how things are made. I get to learn about chickens. So it's something new every single day that I'm learning.
That's true.
So Aslan says our alpha chicken is molting and being picked on for the first time in their life. See, they're more vulnerable. It's like when they're sick, they're more vulnerable. So, okay, I'm going to keep going. Go ahead, Matt. You got to vamp.
Well,
No.
You're not vamping for the first
I don't
time?
know. I don't even know what vamping means. Ranting, vamping, is that the same thing?
For you, it is. Yes.
Will Italy have to put in a new curfew for Ethan, Evan, and Matt? I'm nervous. I hate this. I'm usually very optimistic.
I'm not posting bail and I'm not delaying your flights home.
Oh, yeah. You got to get that coop done in 21 days. You got to have all your fun and the coop done.
I can't believe 21 days. That's not.
There's no way. There's no way in
It's
hell.
already
How
built,
does the saying go
right?
when we're with the kids? How does it go?
What?
You have to get the work done before we can have the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's a question.
Yes, go ahead.
From Nikita. When cleaning the deep litter, you can always see layers. Should you remove just the top layer and add more hemp? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. It's a great question because we talk about this all the time.
Well,
you get down like an archaeologist.
Yeah, there is a capacity. Okay, so when it comes to deep litter, I wouldn't fill it up from the start because I've noticed with those layers, the bottom layer has not been utilized. So my advice has changed over the years that you shouldn't fill it up. Let's start with a few inches to begin with. Turn that occasionally, rarely, until that bottom layer is utilized, fully utilized, then add fresh. And you can continue to do that until you hit the level of the egg hutches, which, how many inches is that? Like
it doesn't matter.
11, 14 inches, something like that.
Thank you.
So, so that's what I would do. And then when you take it all out, leave a little bit in there. That's your compost seed, so to speak, so that your beneficial microbes have a kickstart when you add the fresh. It doesn't have to start from scratch.
So I want to point something out. And again, this is why I love this show. I love what we do. We have changed. We have learned. We have flipped. And I think that's so important because nowadays everyone thinks they know everything and they don't dare change. And I couldn't agree more. And this came up again very recently where we have a customer says, deep litter is just not working for us. I'm like, come on, it does. And I think what it is I think
it's not the deep litter, it's you.
What do you mean? Operator error or the customer?
Yeah.
Yes, because we have said for years, start
Coop.
4 to 6 inches. And no, start almost bare minimum. Honestly, start at the very bare minimum. But you also got to give it time to start working. And that's the other thing. I think people get very impatient or a lot of people have different sensitivities to smell.
Right.
Because that's the other thing I tell people is you're going to change it based on smell, not visual.
And it may smell earthy, but it's not going to smell like ammonia.
Right. And I have seen coops with
earthy like dirt or mulch pile or it's outside, it's composting. It's not going to smell like Lysol Febreze or something.
Right. If you have a lot of flies coming to it, that means you got to add a layer at the end of the day because those flies are smelling.
Or turn it.
Not a big turner. I don't know.
You got to turn it.
Maybe fold it. I'd stir. Oh.
Yeah, folding it. You don't really stir, you fold. You just turn it over and only maybe once every 2 weeks or depending on how many chickens you have in there.
So someone was asking about, is it true to have a black chicken to your flock so it scares hawks? And I think Mike said that was the first one picked off. I've heard that. I've wondered if it's true, but yes.
Because they think it's a crow.
Right. And crows are really good at protecting their eggs, protecting their nests from the hawks. But I don't know if it really works.
No, I think a hawk will know the difference between a crow and a chicken.
Are pumpkins good for chickens?
Yes.
Yeah.
They love them. They absolutely love them. We should do it here. Here's a video.
You get you do like a little jack-o'-lantern, but not all the way through there.
Yeah, buy some this weekend.
And then they pick at it and they make their own jack-o'-lantern. That's what you need to do.
Sorry. That's what I was just about to say.
I'm sorry, I got excited.
Okay, we'll test it and you can put it on
Boy,
social
what a
media.
rant,
like
Ingrid.
Like you can test this social media trend, having your chickens make your jack-o'-lantern. Like test it, see if it's really true. Because we can't believe everything we see on social media.
Ooh, I'm sorry. What? I'm just
What?
reading Dahlia's question,
Yeah, you
and
want me to
I've
bring it?
seen this with horses, and this is a very
Okay.
interesting subject.
Well, she says, Matt, what do you think about predatory mites?
Okay, what is a?
I started using them recently, but not in the coop, just the surrounding environment.
Okay,
What is that?
Thank you. Anyone else?
I'll let you answer.
Thank you.
What is that?
All right. No, I learned about this out in Alabama at one of our customers' houses, who's really big in the horses. And they will actually order, and I'm pretty sure I got this right, a type of mite that feeds on the fly larva. So you reduce the fly population. Now, I want you to think about things in order, and I'm sorry, I'm going to speak out loud and think this through, because you got to understand what the pest is. And when it comes to flies, it's the adult fly. That's what bothers us. That's what goes from a dirty area, lands on our food. That's what gives us food poisoning. It's not the egg. It's not the larva. It's not the pupa. And in this case, you think of mites as another pest, but when you're using biological pest control, and I do not have a good knowledge at all about predatory mites, but I want to, and Dahlia, you have to fill me in if I'm right about this, that this is a mite that you can introduce to certain areas that will feed on the larva stage, so you stop the complete metamorphosis to the full cycle of an adult fly. The reason why I'm trying to bring all this up is when it comes to flies, you eliminate flies by eliminating the breeding source. And I always wonder how many times people go to the Band-Aid or the quick solution like pesticides. It drives me nuts.
Or those hanging fly traps.
Oh my God, they drive me nuts. Where sometimes you can get rid of the breeding source or what's attracting them, not so much to have to go out and spray. Now, put the mites on the payroll and have them have a job to do. I am very intrigued by this, but I just don't know enough about it. I can't emphasize enough, in the surrounding environment, if you spot areas that flies are reproducing, identify the fly, eliminate why they're breeding there. It's usually moisture.
I think she's talking about them eating other mites that are in the coop.
Okay, so
Yeah.
adult mites. I don't know. I just know of mites about.
There she clarified hypoasmus mites. I think they're called.
Predatory bugs are big in the plant world. People that even have house plants sometimes bring in predatory
and there's
bugs to
milky spores.
And then people freak out. The Asian lady beetle was brought in because of aphids. Mm-hmm. And then they took over, and now they're a huge pest. A lot of people think they're ladybugs. They're not. They're Asian lady beetle. So,
well, we're not talking about in a grand scale. We're talking about, I know that's how it all starts, but I think these are not from another country. These are mites that you would find here. We're just putting them in an environment where they can do work.
Right. And I have to mention my 10,000 friends. Black soldier fly larva.
yeah, no, that is cool. We got to come
deter their presence on your property deters houseflies.
Really?
Because their larvae are much more successful than fly larvae. So flies,
housefly larva.
Yeah, so flies will go somewhere else. So my
That's
10,000 friends.
So I guess the point is, I was trying to look it up, but I would love to. I don't know, and I would love to learn more about it.
I haven't noticed flies being an issue in deep litter. I've only noticed flies on bare ground. So there's that. What? Like I have one pen for the youngins that doesn't have deep litter, and that's the only place I had flies.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Laura had a question. Now she's asking Dahlia because we didn't answer it.
And she had to go.
Are we sucking today?
She had to go.
I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe we can do better here. I don't know.
So Laura says she has a couple hens with the red picked bottoms. And she was asking if Dahlia had a video on this and what causes it. We treated for lice this summer and expanded the run for fun time. What could be causing red bottoms besides molting?
I think that's usually boredom.
If it's just the bottom,
Well, I mean,
that's
I
usually
don't know. I
mites.
mean, it could be mites.
yeah, you gotta look, you gotta identify, and if there's mites,
Yeah.
you'll see the mites.
Right. That was going to say, because that's what Dr. Crespo told me too.
Oh, yeah. That's a great. So you are a chicken coop builder, a bug guy, lock picker,
shouldn't have admitted it.
pickpocketer. You really could expand the show.
Yeah, we have lots of subjects we haven't even
Now,
tapped
for
into.
the record,
And all I am is just a bantam pusher.
I never pickpocketed in the form of crime. In school, we would do it just for fun. I had another friend of mine who's now a police officer. He never could get me. Oh, he used to get so mad. We would just do it for fun. And then picking locks was, you get locked out of your car, locked out of your whatever. Even in college, it came
in handy for me sometimes.
Yes, thank you. It can be very different things. Mites come to mind, and also feather packing. Yeah, so those are going to be the two most common. But to figure it out could also be hormonal. But I can't be sure. Mites are harder to get a hold of than lice for sure. It's all about identification, though. It's all about, and there's, obviously, yeah, just identify it. And I'm not sure about this hormonal. What triggers the molting? Is that going to be a hormone? I know they have to molt. I know daylight shortens it.
Yeah, I think
daylight
it's the daylight
shortening triggers it. But what
time
in the
of year? But you're right. They don't all molt at the same time.
so
right?
what triggers the chemical, the messaging inside the body? Is that a hormone? Because that's what I've always been taught. Hormones are a chemical message inside our body. So does something happen? Something has to tell the chicken's body to start dropping the feathers, and it's triggered by lack of sunlight. Just like leaves know to change color and fall because of lack of sun, but it's because they don't get the
But
chlorophyll.
they do fall at different times.
Yeah.
So maybe a chicken is like that.
God, this is where I wish we could phone Dr. Crespo. We got to get that red phone hooked up.
We could have her on the show. I just didn't book anybody because I want to have Dahlia back on the show. I want to have Dr. Crespo back on the show. But you were very up and down about your schedule, so I didn't want to schedule important people if we're gonna cancel.
I know. All right. It is 1:46. I can't believe Ingrid let us go on this long
know.
of a show.
It took me this long.
It went
before
by so quickly. Are we ready to get into the subject of the show now?
I think so. It is what?
Do we want to recap? We had 3 points on each one, and I don't
Mr. Fahey, my plan is next year I want to start the gardening. We finally are going to have our house hopefully sold in New York. I got the rest of the equipment down. We're going to start gardening. I think I'm going to change my mind and not put it in the front yard, but off to the side. And
it starts
in all of our spare time. It's going to be amazing.
I know, but I really, really, really want to do it because I think we can offer so much more by having the coop at our house. And I'll come at it from a completely different perspective. And that is, here's my coop now, my chickens, my experience. And I love telling you where I've been right, wrong, what I've learned, got questions for you guys. It's different when I'm here at the factory. It's not the same. So I have really good hopes for a different stage to start doing that from, especially gardening. I don't know anything about gardening.
Well, I think you should. I think your idea was great, but I think practicality dictates that you should start in an area, and not do the whole thing at once, because for many reasons. First, it's overwhelming. Secondly, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of cost. And then other is because you learn and you might change your mind about things. So
never. I never changed my mind. No, just kidding. No, you're right. And I'm not very good at that. I have a very hard time starting small.
I know. And I look kind of like when I have an idea, I want it done like today. And sometimes it's just not feasible. So you just have to, I'm already planning for next year's garden. I'm already changing things and how I'm going to do things. So that's just, and I was planning that in July. So, you know.
Gina, if you got a question, ask away. Yeah, I'll stay here all day. I got nothing to do the rest of the day except for go to Jeff Dunham. Can't wait. Okay, so Gina, if you have a question, ask. And then Sonos, have you considered hinges for the henhouse windows instead of dowels? I would like to be able to open the windows fully extended when observing the chickens. You can open them fully.
No, they're cantilever, right?
Listen, read the question then. I'll tell you what you take it.
Well, they're not they're slanted still.
Mm-hmm.
So the dowels are not going to have it open
That's right.
like you would when you had the jack
I would
chain.
like to be able to open the windows fully. You can walk up to our coop and open it fully without having to do anything, and then set it down to your previous setting.
I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah, they do open fully.
So
They just don't stay open fully.
have you considered hinges for the hen house windows? And they're on hinges, so I'm a little confused
Cracker
here.
Muncher is really drinking a lot of coffee.
What is going on
Do
over
not
here?
let her drink coffee, Kristen. Come on.
I want to see what happens.
You don't want her to have a little birdie heart attack.
I think. Oh, she'll probably have
She
diarrhea.
probably calm down. That's what caffeine does to me. It actually puts me to sleep. I don't understand it.
She is liking that coffee. She's gonna have like the dilated poop pupils and want coffee tomorrow.
Yeah,
Gina, yeah.
Okay, I'm getting at it.
Thank you. Just cleaned out my hen house. Can I put the hemp directly on my garden? Will it be ready for next year?
If your garden isn't active.
We have your coffee cup.
So if you're...
She must be thirsty.
So you give her my coffee?
No, I'm gonna give her water in an open cup.
Oh, I got an idea. Put water in that one, coffee in this one. Let's see which one she drinks. Which one will she drink out of? Seriously. Hold on. Here. Let's make sure.
And that's gonna be who we're gonna vote for.
No. Hold on. Let's make it even.
This cup.
A little more. Hold on. All right. Here you go, Cracker Muncher.
All right. Here,
Can
I'm
we
gonna
answer
shake them up. I'm gonna move them around.
Okay. That's fair. Good point.
All right. Okay. Here.
Blue's
Water
excited.
or coffee? I'll bet you she goes for the coffee.
Well, now she's all addicted because
Oh, she can't walk straight.
she's confused.
No. Okay. Anyways.
So I would say you could put it on your garden if it's you don't have seedlings in there and you don't have any fresh plants. If you have established plants, you could probably put them on there. And if there's
large
nothing,
and spread it thin too,
Yeah.
like not
Oh, boy.
huge pile.
We're about to get in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Caffeine is bad for chickens. Caffeine will calm the ADHD. It's literally, I don't know what's been happening recently. It's putting me to sleep. And I don't have ADHD. I don't want to get into all that. So Sono says, I meant fully extended in the locked position. So I figured that's probably what he was getting at, or this person's getting at. And, you know, I'll say it because someone else, if they beat us to it, they'll be like, oh, that was our idea. No, we've been working on a concept and a new hinge that is static. I'll just leave it at that so that there's no more dowels. You open it up and it'll just stay. And the problem, if you open it up all the way and you forget about it, you're going to flood your hen house. You leave it like that. All the water comes off the roof, hits the window that's aimed back into the hen house. So I've never been a fan of it. Number two, be careful, especially if you free range. That could be a spot that your chickens will roost. So there's a certain reason why our windows only open up no more than 45 degrees. If you open it up a little too much and they free range, they're going to roost on top of those windows. So I hope that makes sense.
And you can see in there because there's plastic.
Right. And
It's not solid. Right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it does get
She's
dirty
looking at the
though.
lights.
What did you do to this chicken?
Yeah, I can't believe you let her drink caffeine. All right,
Use your long arm to like get her.
I want to know which one Cracker Muncher drinks from.
Scooper
Let's not-
this way. You have longer arms.
No,
than I do.
let's not distract her. Oh, you don't give away my bar trick.
What is that?
You guys don't know my bar trick? Are you serious? Since it's Fun Fact Matt Day, there's an interesting fun fact about my arms. If you measure your reach like this, guess what that's equal to?
Your height.
Your height. Mine is 6'2".
What?
I have what's called monkey arms. I got it from my father. Yeah, same thing. Our reach, I have such long arms. Mikey has it. And I bet people, like, there's no way. Whatever. Okay. Which one is she drinking out of?
She hasn't yet.
Okay. So, what do you think?
So, and you can use a big stick to prop the windows open more. Here's what can happen. And I know this can work for a lot of people. And when we design our coops, here's what people have to understand. We have to keep everyone in mind. And there are people that live in a constant high wind area. And we've seen that wind lift the windows, stick drops, and then the window falls.
Yeah. We used to have liftoff.
Mary
Why'd you get rid of
Hawken,
the
is she
lift
new?
off?
I don't know if Seems like a new visitor here.
She went for the coffee.
Oh man, get that coffee away from her.
No,
Kristen.
No. I want to see what happens.
If it's bad for her,
Well,
she might go to the wall.
I'm going to switch the cups.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
And she drank water. A tiny sip.
But no, let her drink water and get that out of her
All right.
system.
She
She's
might be
like
just
14
thirsty.
ounces. You can't be giving her coffee.
No, she's drinking water. Okay,
Yeah.
so at least she won't be dehydrated.
She only wants the cup on the right, to her right.
She just wants the cup. of
All right,
least
listen.
effort.
All right, Mary. I have a hillside that I want to put a chicken coop by a wooded area. Do you recommend putting a chicken coop on a hillside? Sure. It's a lot more work. I know with our coops, you got to make sure it's perfectly flat and level. We've been on hillsides, mountainsides. We had a customer who used dynamite to dynamite out part of it, so we had a flat area to work from.
You had the step coop.
The coop, the coop going to Italy right now is on a mountainside, and we had to step it down 3 times.
Yeah, and just be careful if it is on a hillside, depending on how that's oriented. You may have to get a stool or a ladder to reach your egg hutch.
And you have to worry about winds and weather. It depends too.
Mudslides.
So listen, need a hinge that allows it to open all the way and lay flat against the wall when open. This is what I mean by the art of chicken coop building. We could do that. Here's what's going to happen. We have to raise the height of our hen house sidewall so much to make room for that to flip all the way up.
Totally.
Okay? Changes the look.
What if
Changes.
they open like shutters on a house?
Okay, hold on. Changes so many things. Okay? Then, do you know how many times, you know how high up that's going to be? So now you got to go get a ladder.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to reach it.
Exactly. And then have it fall down on your head. Like, so I definitely love all the suggestions. The only reason why I'm mentioning this is it's an opportunity. I want people to realize there is so much more to the thought process and what we have gone through, especially the function of our chicken coops to be where they are today, that we get these calls. People are like, oh my gosh, Matt, you weren't kidding. I'm going bankrupt trying to build a coop copying you, or wow, this is a lot harder. There is that domino effect. So
just write it off.
To wrap it up, because you're going to be gone for a month.
No, I think we should go another hour because I'm going to be gone.
Well, I don't think my stomach or bladder can take that. I'm hungry. But I do want you to, tell everybody what to expect while you're gone.
Are you going to be checking in with us? Or are you going to leave us hanging for 21 days?
Are you going to go live where it's like 8 o'clock there and 5 o'clock here? No, 3 o'clock. Sorry.
I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect when we end the show.
He's just gonna wing it.
I wing it. Okay. This is one of the reasons I do love my job. Can I answer?
Oh, I was just trying to move things along. So almost 2.
I got to get to the point.
No, I'm looking at my calendar.
My goal. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but my goal is absolutely, 1, I want to capture the story. I want to get a lot of video footage. I'm really hoping there's really good Wi-Fi because us going live has done really, really well. And I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, it's just amazing how many people we get on, how many views, the engagement. I went live on TikTok. That bombs. We're not that big on TikTok. I don't know if people really watch live people on TikTok, but that's just for people that are, I don't know.
Well, this will be interesting because you'll be like, 5-6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So
I think for
6 hours
watching
ahead.
people
6,
live
thank
on
you.
TikTok, you have to be putting on makeup or something.
Yeah, right.
And talking.
Yeah.
You should try that.
So I'm going to I guess what to expect is nothing's really going to change.
Are you
We're
back
just
on the 8th?
We're just going to, huh?
What day are you coming back?
Here's my prediction, if I may.
The 11th.
No way
the
in
11th.
hell we're going to be done by the 11th.
November 11th.
No way in hell. Let me explain the problems. Thank God the coop got there.
Okay, so we'll be back November 15th, perhaps.
We have not only a painted coop, it's 2-tone.
3-tone.
Tri-toned.
Oh my God, it is 3-tone. It takes twice as long to do a 2-tone coop than a single tone. We can't get our paint there. Now we got to somehow get touch-up paint, and it requires a ton of touch-up paint there. That's going to match?
Do you allow an extra week for that?
Dude, what's going to happen is we're going to have to repaint the entire thing because there won't be a dead-on match. I know it's not going to happen. We're going to try like hell. And then if we start to do the touch-up, it's going to look like spots everywhere. Okay? It's drops 3 levels. So it's one thing to do a Craftsman coop. I'll drop 3 levels.
You have it in panels, though, right?
It is.
I think it's possible. I believe in you.
I don't know.
I don't. Thanks though.
It's just that things always. I mean, with construction, it always takes longer than you can anticipate.
Thank you. And we don't charge for that, which I really hate.
But if you guys go out and do dumb stuff late at night,
come back all hungover.
It's not even that can't be factored into you guys. Me having to extend your stays there.
Yeah, and it's unfair to make the customer pay for that.
No, the customer won't pay for it. We always pay for it.
Yeah.
But the simple fact is to change a flight last minute just by a couple days is so expensive.
You might as well buy a new flight.
All right, let's pause for a second. Yes, I have thought about having it so that the customer pays per day. And the reason is not because of we don't do stupid things at night or whatever. We still work our butts off every day.
Said that you do.
It's things that happen that are out of our control. That can be many, many different things. And a lot of it can be because of the customer. That when we show up on site, certain things that weren't disclosed to us or whatever. And this is why.
Scope breach.
Huh?
Scope breach.
Yeah, it's kind of like you've had this happen where you go on site and they're like, hey, wouldn't it be good if we had this? And
we are not people that say no.
Right.
People don't realize how big our truck and trailer is. Here's what I'm really worried about. We already had an issue. So they did the concrete foundation. They do everything in centimeters.
Yeah.
We had a conversion error.
What?
So here's what I can tell you. I'm not stressed about it. I have learned I'm not going to stress about it anymore. We're going to go there. I know the Coop is going to be amazing. I will not stress anymore how long it takes us because then it just drives us insane. We're going to work our butts off. I'm going to do everything I can to keep Ethan under control. And it'll be great. And I'm going to show you guys as much as possible going live. I'll be sending videos and pictures over. It'll be JV's job to make sure you guys see that. And, let us know if there's something specifically you guys want to see. That is always so helpful.
Yeah, in the Coop construction.
Joan says it's a blast to watch you walking around your factory live. Well, thank you. We got to, anyways. Okay, so that's good to know.
So unless Ingrid and I do the show without you, and we do have, JV can sit in your place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could try that. How's your rant? Let's hear it. You got a rant in you?
No.
Oh, I can poke you, get you fired up. I'll find out.
You guys are free. You know my policy. You're free to do whatever you want.
Really?
Did
you get that?
Just don't do what?
Record that. Okay.
Just don't do what? What?
You guys are allowed to do whatever you want. It's a free country here.
Otherwise,
it's a free
we'll
company.
be back on November 15th.
Just don't mess it up.
Oh. Or take the buff.
All right, so when am I coming back?
The 11th.
Of December?
November.
I don't even know what month it is.
All right, so it's 2:01. Do you want to say goodbye to your lovely fans?
Lovely fans. Guys, thank you so much for being here. And can't thank you enough. We will do a podcast soon where it's just nothing. We'll topic it, get right to the point. Topic it.
This one's for Jeff.
Oh, I guess it's time to go. Yeah, it's for Jeff. Later, guys.